Yeah. Hey everybody, my name is E-Double, their name is PJ Harvey. Let's go. Mama told me. Yeah. Black Paisley. Mama told me. Yeah. Come on. Mama told me. One day I'ma grow up big and I'ma be a king. And my papa told me it's okay to sit when shit hurts. Don't forget your dreams, cause they'll get you through this so-called life they call living, but I call it strange. And I bet I'll do it, cause I'm on my way and strong enough that I can shake the pain. Hey, Mr. Sunshine, Mr. Rainstorm, meet me in the conference room, we need to brainstorm. Need some middle ground, need an even keel. But you're a war, pick a sides, give me fever chills. Take them both like my flu shot broke. I need to give and take to keep me out of that moat. My head above water, thoughts of those lost this week. All these tragedies say on repeat like we can't shake shit. I can't speak on it, fist to the sky but I can't beat on it. Drinking my cup so I'm gon' sip on him. Cam Newton's probably pissed, you can't sit from him. All these levels of these relative problems and benevolence is elegance for those who can solve them. I'm feeling pretty low like I'm stuck at the bottom, but I know I'll rebound like the Bulls with Rodman. I am just exactly what I will be, just a guy who can rhyme and chop ill beats. One day I'll recover from what ails me. Till then I'm on that fuck what the sales be. Mama told me one day I'ma grow up big and I'ma be a king. And my papa told me it's okay to sit where shit hurts. Don't forget your dreams, cause they'll get you through this so-called life they call living, but I call it strange. And I bet I'll do it, cause I'm on my way and strong enough that I can shake the pain. They talk about death, we tryna live life while they signal says left, but they really going right. But who cares, they got nothing to improve upon me while we pass them fast lane Rubicon. So let the shitstorm ring and they try to dap us up, but we just leave them hanging. Yeah, so let them catch up with the language. They can talk shit, but you know that we can manage. They say they tired of the metaphors, they are only pissed that they never really ready for them. So go ahead and get ready for them. Pop another bottle cause you're gonna need a steady arm. It's like we living in the Tron game. Lines are all blurred cause we're sipping on the Bombay. John Stock versus LeBron James. No competition when you factor in the time change. Babe, who sucks? Fuck what the books say. I can strike him out with 3 pitches in an arm sling. Yeah, and we can do anything. Mama said it's true and I put that on everything. Mama told me one day I'ma grow up big and I'ma be a king. And my papa told me it's okay to sit where shit hurts. Don't forget your dreams cause they'll get you through this so-called life they call living, but I call it strange. And I bet I'll do it, cause I'm on my way and strong enough that I can shake the pain. We don't ask for the doors to close in this life, so we hoping they keep them open. And if they shut those doors, we'll smash the skylight till it's broken. That's how the roses need to take that time to find our own road, so we focus on what's golden. And our gold don't shine, it's not from no mind, so we're not just living for a token. Mama told me one day I'ma grow up big and I'ma be a king. And my papa told me it's okay to sit where shit hurts. Don't forget your dreams cause they'll get you through this so-called life they call living, but I call it strange. And I bet I'll do it, cause I'm on my way and strong enough that I can shake the pain. Mama told me one day I'ma grow up big and I'ma be a king. And my papa told me it's okay to sit where shit hurts. Don't forget your dreams cause they'll get you through this so-called life they call living, but I call it strange. And I bet I'll do it, cause I'm on my way and strong enough that I can shake the pain.
What's up, meatbags? It's the oft-imitated, never duplicated, chosen one of CG, Chicano Stanley, bad guy, bad dude, bad actor, all the things, all the stuff. We're here 10 minutes late, but we're still gonna be great. Frog, motherfucking Tony. What's up, Altoy? How you doing?
What's up? I'm doing good.
You're starting to be here more often than TJ. I might have to promote you.
Oh, no.
It comes with no additional pay, extra hours.
That. Yeah.
More work.
Oh, boy.
More responsibilities.
Yeah, see, right there. Yeah, I want less power and less responsibilities. I'm the opposite of Spider-Man.
With no power comes no responsibility.
There you go. I'm Gen X slacker, baby. That's what we do.
Nice.
That's how we roll.
Well, I got a few articles to go over. We got a couple of things to promote. And I got 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 different comics that I read, and I promise you guys reviews. And so what we're going to do, I didn't get a chance to scan this stuff in, right? So I'm going to give you like an abbreviated review of these 3 comics, and then I'll make 3 dedicated videos on each one of them, right? Then I'll have the images and everything, right? So I got obviously the Great War of Separation from the Rippaverse, written by Chuck Dixon. So, you know.
Yeah, none of you motherfuckers is Chuck Dixon.
None of them. I got Cyber Frog, Blood Honey, written by Ethan Van Sciver, and Jeremiah Star.
Whoa!
Who wrote this? Fuck. Doesn't say. I guess Jeremiah Love and other people. There's no credit page. I just realized there's no credit page.
That is kind of weird. Not even in the back, huh?
Yeah, I'm flipping through, like maybe I missed it somewhere. No, okay, there it is. It's on the second page. It's on the first like double page spread. It's written by Carl Bowlers. It says story by Jeremiah Love and Jason Love, but written by Carl Bowlers. So I'm guessing the football player just told them the story, and then they got someone
he spiffed it up
into an actual script, right?
Yeah. That sounds about right.
What's up, Mr. Liam Gray? How you doing?
Hello. Hey, how are you, man? I'm doing all right. Bit tired, but I'm doing all right.
Yeah, so what you been up to, Autoy? It's been a couple days. We haven't seen you. You weren't here. You don't come around for the video games no more.
Yeah, I'm useless for the video game. Plus, it's nice to have a day off, just to do toy stuff. But yeah, I read a comic, read some more Sacred Wars, issue 11. So we're almost at the end. It was actually it was kind of cool. I don't know a lot about Dr. Doom, so that was kind of an interesting look into his psyche. And I really liked Captain America in this issue too. Because it basically starts out where Doom beat the Beyonder, he's got his power now. And he's just kind of all of a sudden he's like Mr. Wonderful, he's nice, he's magnanimous, he's generous. He helps the Molecule Man get over his fear and show him the limitlessness of his power and shit. And he tells all the heroes he's gonna, grant their wishes and all this other crap. But Cap doesn't buy it for a fucking second. And he's just like, we're gonna hold back on that for a minute. And so they were talking, and he's like, well, think about it. What's the first thing he did? And he's like, well, he fixed himself. You know what I mean? He fixed his face and everything like that. Mm-hmm. What's he got to do now? He's like, well, he's got one thing to do, and he's gonna evolve into a higher plane. It's like, okay, what's the one thing he's gonna do? Well, he wants to go save his mother from Mephisto and whatever. And it's like, okay, so far all he's doing is doing greedy things with his power. You really think he's just gonna give it up? Okay.
I mean, but those aren't really. I wouldn't call them greedy. I get what he's saying, but but he can't rescuing your mother. I mean,
yeah, but he's acting totally different, but he's still doing stuff for himself. He's supposed to be this wonderful. I've evolved. I'm no longer Victor Von Doom. I'm this other thing, and you people really don't matter to me, and all this other kind of crap.
Autoy's comic reviews should be a weekly segment. They should.
Well, they kind of are.
We got to get some images to go with it.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess. I could probably just get them off a nice Russian friend of mine. Get the whole comic.
He didn't, they go, look, Dr. Doom was selfish. But, he didn't. He could have, zapped Reed Richards. If he could have. He could have. If he was an asshole, he would be like, Reed, now you're done.
But that's still in there. It's still, he's saying, he's trying to be better. But his, that arrogance, that, Victor Von Doom is still in there. And with that limitless power, I don't know. I trust Cap.
There's various comic books, but they basically prove that if Doom were in charge of the Earth, everything would be cool.
Mm-hmm. Mr. The Empire was the, good guys.
He goes to Wakanda to go get the fucking vibranium, and he goes up to the chamber, right? The mystical chamber, and he he tells Black Panther, he goes, I'm going to go in the mystical chamber and talk to the Panther God, right? He goes, if the Panther God judges me worthy for the vibranium, then I'll take it. But if it doesn't, then he's going to kill me, right? And he goes in there, and the Panther God looks into Doom's mind, looks into the future, and goes, take the vibranium, bro. You the man, Doom. And Black Panther's like, what the fuck? He's like, nah, I looked into it. The world would be better if fucking Doom gets the vibranium and takes over.
What the Panther really sees is just Doom holding it by the fucking throat with a knee on its chest, punching it in the face over and over and over again. So yeah, just take it, bro. Just take it. It's a better future if you have it, you know.
Now I think there was like aliens or something coming down. It was one of those like, well, if Doom's in charge, like he'll stop the aliens. He'll do what needs to be done, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I know. It's good. That was from around just shortly after Civil War, right?
Yeah. I mean, the recent comic where he takes over the world, what was that, One World Under Doom or whatever the fuck they were calling it? Everything's great. Like they find out that like he's using his people from Latveria to like power a battery to give him like all the mystical power he needs. But other than that, everyone else.
Other than that, other than that,
I got a nerd question for the chat. There's an issue of a Doom solo series that I read way back in the day where something happens and he gets stranded on a alien world without his armor or tech or anything. It's just Doom. And he ends up killing lions with his bare hands and making like a mask and shit out of lion skin and like a Doom outfit out of lion skin. And then he like goes through the eras of civilization and builds like takes over the entire world, right? From nothing. Does anyone remember in the chat? Does anyone remember the name of that Doom series? You know, because I, for the life of me, have not been able to remember. But it was amazing.
I have not. For $7.99 Australian, Stray Bean says, please ask Autoy and Liam if they saw the Dark Knight recreated project and what they thought. Have you guys heard of it?
Yes.
No, I didn't. I don't know anything about it. What's this?
Stray Beans posted it in the Suburbs room like a day or two ago. But it's basically it's the Dark Knight Returns, but each page is done by a different artist, and it was all commissioned work. Like I don't know if they went. I don't know exactly how they got each artist to do it, but it's fucking amazing.
Oh, cool. No, I haven't seen this.
Well, yeah, every page is a different artist. And so it's like the Dark Knight Returns or the Dark Knight.
Yeah, Dark Knight Returns.
Every page is a different artist, so it's like a different art style on every page.
What a fascinating idea. That's very cool.
And it's supposed to take years to compile. I mean, it's amazing.
I mean, it's cool.
It is cool.
It's one of those things that like
it's good as a gimmick. It's good as a gimmick, and it would have to. It could only work if you had like something like the Dark Knight that was a recognized book. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you couldn't really do it in the indies as a gimmick. Really, it'd look cheap.
But this is. Well, go ahead.
I was gonna say, is this guy's personal thing? Because I don't see how you could, because you don't own the Dark Knight, you don't own Batman, so like you couldn't.
Well,
like, hey, I'm gonna do the Dark Knight over, like, and then just like commission a bunch of people to do pages.
Well, so I was wondering if he commissioned, like he went to cons or wrote to artists and commissioned them to do a page from it, so it wouldn't be completely a copyright thing, and then he assembled them all. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you could theoretically get all the pages from all the artists and then put it into a file and then, have someone print it out for you, right?
That's what I'm wondering. I don't know. I think it's cool. It's just a neat concept. I like it.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not like a special DC thing. It's someone's personal project then.
It says the most epic commission project ever has now been collected by fans. The Dark Knight Recreated is Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns, with each page recreated by a different artist. Thanks to Yo, Steven, and Andy for donating copies to benefit Lou Family Fund. So yeah, I honestly I don't know if there was some permission given. There was an actual campaign page. All I know about
Strabians has got it in the chat, like what it is. They started with a collective of people.
It was a collective of people who paid for separate artists for each page. They're selling bootlegs at a. Okay, so it's bootlegs. Got it.
That's even better.
Space Zoo says he got an answer. Says Liam, it's called Doom: The Emperor Returns.
Apparently, it was written by Chuck Dixon.
Oh no!
I remember being great. I remember being great. I just want to revisit it. You know what I mean? So I need to know its name. So the Emperor Returns, huh? Cool.
That's wild.
So back to the Secret Wars.
Okay.
You got Doom. So here's my question: do you like the idea of Doom putting on the mask, melting his face, and his face is all fucked up, or do you like the idea of Doom just having like one little scar, and like he's a handsome dude, but like that one scar, like that minor imperfection, is what like drives you nuts?
Ooh, shit.
I like both. I like the
question.
idea. I like the idea that he just had this tiny imperfection.
Yeah.
And it led to this massive obsession, right? And then to get like the mystical secrets and shit, he like melded the shit to his face, right? To show the hypocrisy of his own hatred in a way where like he like sort of willingly deformed himself further than Richards even did for power ultimately in the end. Like sort of as a blind obsession. I've always thought the Doom was very interesting, but the if you had to pick one or the other, I would say just a tiny scar on the cheek or something would be far more interesting.
I like the idea of him just being tormented by imperfection. That's kind of neat.
I always thought the idea of him melting the mask to his face, it works in theory, but then like the actual logistics of it, like doesn't that mean like he has like all this like scar tissue and like it'd be infected and stuff and like.
Well, it was melded to his face and his body as part of the arcane / occult ritual that he forged his armor with, right? Because his armor's magic.
No.
Yeah,
the original version of it, he gets the armor built, and then the mask is still hot, and not wanting to wait, he puts the mask on anyway because he wants to cover his face because he's so horrified by his face that he doesn't wait for the mask to cool off and he just puts it on.
Okay, I remember something about it because I remember like the bolts were arcane or something about it. Like it might have been a different thing. It's been so long.
There's been variations of it over the years. If that was true, why didn't Doom burn his face each time he got a pimple? Because Doom never had a pimple.
Yeah,
each pimple was perfect.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like popping them, so he was okay with it.
Yeah, it was a natural part of Doom, whereas the mark upon him was something done by Richards, done by another person. How dare anyone have any sort of impact or influence or mark upon blemish upon the glory that is Doom?
And he still blames Reed Richards for the experiment going wrong because he knows Doom could never have made a mistake.
Yeah,
it had to be Reed, had to be Richards. Jealousy did something to it.
Books of Doom, pure cinema. That series. I don't know why they didn't make that a movie. They should.
You know why? Because they don't care about actual good stuff. They just want punch kick. Just want lots of explosions.
No character studies. No, deep shit about supervillains. None of that. No.
So, Altoy, to finish up the review.
Yeah. Well, that's basically all it was. That was the bulk of what was going on in there. So now it's on to the final issue. And we'll see how it goes. Will everybody get home? There's one more thing. The way, once Molecule Man, knew just how strong his powers were, the way he formed a dome over that patch of Denver, Colorado, that was part of whatever the name of that world is.
Battle World.
Okay, so he took that whole chunk, put a dome around it, and just fucked off into space with it.
Yeah, flies it home.
Yeah. It's I guess he did unlock his powers then, didn't he? That was pretty fucking cool.
Molecule Man's one of the weirdest characters because he's super powerful and he's just like, I just want to like fuck off and like live with my fat wife.
Yeah, he's like this kind of sweetest guy, but he's like the most powerful villain in the planet. It's crazy.
It's very Marvel. It's very Marvel, you know.
Yeah.
So what would you give this issue?
Sorry. No.
What would you give this out of 10, Toy? Issue 11, Secret Wars.
Out of 10? I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. I'd say like an 8. That was a good issue. Good penultimate issue. I'll put it that way.
I will say I know how it ends. And it's one of it's Russo booking. If I've ever seen Russo booking in the comic, it's Russo booking.
Right.
Oh, Swerve.
Also, one more thing. I hate to tie everything up, but why is Colossus such a pussy?
Because he's an artist.
Oh, is that why? Okay. Yeah.
He's also like so Colossus is a weird one because he's older. He's like one of the older teens.
Right.
Trying to date like what are like 14, 15-year-olds.
Oh. Yeah,
so
well,
really,
okay.
Like no one really
so
says
Kitty's
anything,
much
but it's
younger
like
than
there.
that guy. Okay. All right. But this other chick
Marvel
just goes
like
for her
that.
right away.
Yeah. Russo booking Swerves and Jerry Springer drama. Yeah.
I'm sharing screen as well. I'm sharing screen if you want to sort of show you guys that. So this is the scene. You're right. He goes, eventually the task was completed. Let us know if it pains you, master. Pain, that is for lesser men. What can pain mean to Victor Von Doom? And now it is time for the mask. But master, it has not completely cooled yet. Say no more, brother. I can't read the fucking thing. He will tolerate no further delay. Such a man cannot wait as others can. Never again will mortal eyes gaze upon the hideous countenance of Victor Von Doom. From this moment on, there is no Victor Von Doom. He vanished, along with the handsome face he once possessed. But in his place, there shall be another, wiser, stronger, more brilliant, more powerful than ever before. From this moment on, I shall be known as Dr.
Koala Khan.
Yeah. So he knowingly, if we follow this line here, he knowingly and willingly disfigures himself.
Yeah,
Because he says, I was handsome, so I will disfigure myself.
So here's the thing. Those two guys, does he kill them?
That's a good question. I don't know. I just have this page here. I remembered reading this, but I
don't think they never make a reappearance. They're just like, these two guys know what he looks like. They're the only two people, the last two people that seen him unmasked.
Right.
They built his suit or helped him build the suit, and then they just kind of fuck off. And they're not like his right-hand men, right?
Yeah, they're like it's like Doom goes on this big spree and shit, and then like as soon as he leaves the room and he's gone, they're like, "Did you see what that motherfucker did to his own face? Motherfucker's crazy."
I love the colors on that page.
Yeah, we're getting out of here. This guy's fucking nuts, you know.
What the fuck do you know about comics, Tony? Nothing, apparently.
You don't know anything about manga, legendary manga, Tony, like High School of the Dead. Brr.
Dude, I was arguing with my dad one time about Captain America and Namor finding him. He's like, that's not how it happened. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, I described the page, and finally he's like, no. And then like I had to go like Google it. I'm like, look, this is exactly how I described it. He's like, well, that's not how I remember it. You fucking remembered it wrong, okay? When it comes to these things, I am fucking autistic. All right, it's all cape shit, bud. Cape shit. How you doing, TJ?
What it is. I read another Scott Snyder book because everybody was talking about witches because they were like, oh, look, if you like absolute Batman, you're gonna love witches. A lot of his ideas came from there. I had the look and a bit underwhelmed. He turned witches into Cenobites. What the hell is going on here? Like, there's nothing witchy about them. Like, I know that was the point. Like, he turned them into primitive monsters that are hiding in underground and shit, like almost like mole men. But I don't know. I didn't like the design. I didn't like the approach. I wanted more witchy shit. You know?
Speaking of Mole Man, I've been going through over the last few streams I've done and reading like single issues of like all the first stuff, Fantastic Four one and Amazing Fantasy 15, all that stuff. And next issue is the first issue of X-Men. And I don't know for sure, I might be wrong, I haven't read it yet. But I think the villain in the first issue of fucking X-Men is Mole Man.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I didn't think so, but I was skimming through, and I'm like, that's fucking Mole Man. So I won't know until I read it. It'll probably be tonight or tomorrow. But like, yeah, I thought it was odd. I thought, whoa, why the fuck is Mole Man the villain in the first issue of X-Men? I could be wrong. I might have caught him somewhere else, and I just flipped ahead a little bit because I literally just flipped the book. But unexpected.
You might have flipped too far because I'm pretty sure Magneto is on the cover of the first issue of X-Men.
Yeah, I can go check now, but I don't want to get up. I'm lazy.
I'm like 100% sure that on the first issue of the X-Men.
Yeah, I'm going to get up and check. Hold on. I'll find out. I'll know for sure. I'm just making small talk. I'll be back.
Yeah, I'm guessing it might be either not an X-Men. It might be like an X Factor or an annual or something else that's in that collection that Liam has, right? Because I'm looking on the Marvel database, and it's the first appearance. There's X-Men number 1.
Effect.
I don't know. Who's right? Who's wrong? We'll find out. Is Witches about a kid that runs away, gets caught by witches, and eventually loses his arm?
No. It's Witches with the Y instead of the I.
Perp says, I love witches. They put them into trees.
Yeah, that one I liked. Yeah. Like, instead of the gingerbread, like how there's a gingerbread house.
You're right. It's X-Men 1. It's Magneto. I think there might be issue 3 in here, but that I skipped through to earlier. That's why I passed. But yeah, on X-Men 1, they've got Magneto on the bottom left corner, and he's got like this cool wave magnetism aura, which now, as I look at it now, I have never fucking seen him use ever, but it is like repelling the optic blast of Cyclops. And you've got Iceman, who's in his snow form, who's throwing snowballs at him. Beast is swinging in, and Angel's coming in from fucking strafing through the air from the left side of the fucking panel with a motherfucking rocket launcher. I don't know. I've never seen fucking Angel with a rocket launcher before. But yeah, don't miss the fabulous first issue of the X-Men. So,
I'm pretty sure he doesn't have the rocket launcher in the comic.
Yeah, right.
Also, what's funny is the Beast is swinging in on this like trapeze that's attached to nothing.
Yeah.
And then fucking Marvel Girl's just standing there looking pretty in the side.
Yeah, well, that's all she's got to do. It's a job. But she's the only one that can stand there and look pretty, you know what I mean? But fucking this aura that Magneto's got, right? I can't wait to read. I'm going to read this later tonight. I can't wait to see if he does that in the book. Have we ever seen him project a magnetic aura that can like repel the optic blasts of Cyclops and shit?
Yeah.
Because I've seen him like reflect bullets and stuff like that, but not like a force field, right?
Yeah. So in a lot of the comics, in the newer X-Men, like not the older ones, but like the newer ones, he'll project a round force field that goes all the way around him. It's got like a purple energy. And it can deflect different things because it's like the magnetic energy is keeping out the other. Also, do you know where Cyclops' optic blast come from?
His anus.
I know this.
I'm gonna say his eyes.
No.
No.
Wrong. They don't come from his eyes.
Okay.
I'll tell you, where do Cyclops' optic blast come from?
I don't know. I said his anus, but I don't think that's right.
TJ, do you know?
His eyes are like a gateway to a pocket dimension. That's what I heard.
His eyes are a gateway to the punch dimension.
Punch dimension. Blech.
Yes.
Punch dimension.
Punch
Like
dimension.
Hawaiian
What
punch?
that is.
Hold on. What the fuck? I thought that they
Yes.
were like. I thought he was like solar powered for some reason. For some reason in my mind.
It's not. It has nothing to do with heat. It's kinetic force.
Yeah, I know it's kinetics, but there's something about. Tell me more about this punch dimension shit.
So the dimension of pure endless concussive force. The quote punch dimension is the dimension of pure endless concussive force. It was briefly accessed by American Chavez, who used it against the invading Chitauri forces and to kill a Leviathan. So yeah, that's where his eye blast come from. The punch dimension.
Okay.
This dimension is a reference to an infamous explanation for the powers of the X-Men Cyclops that originated in the first print of the official handbook of the Marvel Universe. The handbook originally postulated that Cyclops' eyes contain interdimensional apertures, releasing powerful energies from another dimension filled with photon-like particles into his own via the beams. This explanation was later changed for subsequent prints, which stated instead that Scott's body naturally metabolizes sunlight to generate his force beams. The punch dimension explanation is this.
That's why I thought he was solar powered. That's why I thought he was fucking solar powered. There we go. I knew I wasn't nuts.
It says the punch dimension explanation is disliked by Marvel editors, so writers aren't allowed to maintain it as the source of Cyclops' powers. It is actually referenced in Marvel Rivals. They actually reference.
I like the punch dimension more. I don't know. I like the idea that his eyes are like a gateway to another dimension.
I actually like the idea that they're more of a physical mutation because I like that mutants are more sort of like a genetic thing, even though that's not how it sort of works. But like I preferably like that, you know.
Sometimes explaining something makes it stupid. Midichlorians, for example, yeah.
Yeah.
I do like the fact that Cyclops can shoot Havoc with his eye beams and nothing happens, and Havoc can shoot Cyclops and nothing happens. They're immune to each other's powers.
Which is interesting. I was going to bring Havoc up. I was like, is he connected to the punch dimension too? Like, presumably so, if they're both. But I just assume that they were like, because they're brothers, it's just the mutation line that they have is the same one, and that's resistant to one another.
What about the meat dimension for the Hulk? I've never heard of this. This is a new one on me. Yeah. So besides witches, you read anything else good, TJ?
No. So much stuff for me to read, but I never got the chance to. Like, I just got the whole set of Ninja Turtles because there's a bunch of them that was drawn by the artist of Tiny Toons of all people. I want to see those because I've seen them on Twitter. Like, I've seen the way he draws them. It's very interesting. Like, you could tell it's like as if Warner Brothers got hold of them, you know?
Yeah. You Super J says punch dimension is less stupid than the Quanon Psylocke, though. Yeah, Betty Braddock switching bodies with an Asian assassin to then become Psylocke.
Oh yeah, that was wild.
And then the chick comes back, but not in Betty Braddock's body, in like another clone body of herself.
Yeah, I remember thinking that was a little silly. But I don't mind the idea of like a supervillain who like maybe she's like a telekinetic psychic that can possess people and shit, and she's like not physically strong or shit, and like having to deal with the X-Men and stuff who are like, you look at them, they're all fucking look like they live in the gym, right? Like they're all gone to the gay bar, like so possessing the body of someone who's already physically fit and healthy and shit, and just stealing their life and their body like a parasite. I think that's kind of cool, but like what they did was a bit of a mess.
D-Tank says, yeah, it's the explanation for Banner gaining 800 pounds of mass when changing into the Hulk. I've never heard it referenced as the meat dimension. I do know that according to the official explanation, when Ant-Man grows into Giant Man, the reason that he doesn't float away is because in the process of growing bigger, he takes mass from some weird interdimensional portal opens up essentially, and gives him more mass. And so that's why when he becomes Giant Man, that like he has actual mass. And then when he shrinks down, he's actually shuttering mass into that same dimension. And that's why like he doesn't cause like a neutron star.
This is kind of interesting because like I recently read both because again I've been reading through these origins, right? Like all these early 60s issues. So I've read Ant-Man 1 and I've read Ant-Man and Wasp 1, right? I finished that just the other day. It was the last thing I read, I think. And they expressly note that when he shrinks down, he maintains the strength and weight and size as when he is fully grown. He explains it to the Wasp. So, like, the thing that I always thought that was sort of interesting, of course, we know from the movies that's what he can do, but, like, when he's growing, you would think it would apply the same logic. You would think that he would stay the same, but he's getting stronger and bigger and heavier. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's the like when he gets bigger, he gets extra mass, and then when he gets smaller, he shutters mass. But because of the density, that's why he maintains the same level of strength as being a normal sized man.
Okay.
Because if he shrunk down and he didn't lose mass, if he just shrunk, that would be like creating like a black hole almost.
Yeah. So dude,
there's a little science in there.
Dude, Ant-Man 1. Ant-Man, I mean, even Ant-Man and Wasp. Ant-Man is the most manic and insane character in the early Marvel books so far, by like a considerable measure. Like in Ant-Man 1, he goes like, hey, I'm gonna take this formula, it's gonna shrink me down, right? So he takes the formula to shrink him down. He didn't think to put the gas that would allow him to change back within reach of him when he would shrink. Like he just didn't think to fucking do that for some insane reason. And then he shrinks faster than what he thought that he would shrink. No big deal. Like, you know, okay, things go wrong. He's shrinking faster than he thought. But then when he gets to tiny ant-like size, he runs around through his house hysterically and then throws himself into the front yard, screaming like a madman. But because he is now the size of a fucking ant, and his lab is like, you know, at least one room into his house, the man shrunk down, ran like fucking the equivalent of 5 fucking city blocks, and then threw himself out into the yard like a fucking lunatic. Like, he's a complete madman. And if you read his dialogue and how he thinks and what motivates him and shit, he is like, I don't know if Stan was doing it on purpose and trying to, like, he's a mad scientist, but there's something not right in Ant-Man, dude. There's something really not right. Like, even in his second appearance where...
You know he's insane, right, Liam?
Yeah. I mean, that seems to be a definite thing. I mean, I only know a little bit from him from the 2000s Avengers series before this. So this is my first...
Hank Pym has multiple personality disorder.
What? Okay.
You didn't know. So yeah, he's nuts. One of his personalities is Yellow Jacket, and that's the one that like slaps his wife around. At least that's what he tells everybody. I think it's a cover story. Right?
Maybe that's cool.
I didn't slap
always
my
thought
wife.
it was
Guys,
cool.
I got another dude that lives in my brain, and he's the one.
Is that what JDA does?
I mean, all I know is he had a wife. He had a wife. They were happy together. He got her out from under the Iron Curtain. She said, "Can I go back to the fucking Iron Curtain to see where I grew up, even though it's a time of war?" He said, "Sure." Took her back. She gets immediately kidnapped and assassinated. He then goes, "I will have my revenge." Runs screaming out into the street. Cutscenes to him arrested days later, clutching his head, going, "I didn't know where they were. I didn't know who to go and attack, who to find the people that took my wife." Like, and I'm just staring at going, this is insanity. This is like a dude having a full schizophrenic breakdown. And then when he gets back to America, right? He goes like, I'll make sure that this can never happen. I'll wager one man war on crime so that these villains can never do this again. And then, like, a doctor comes over with Janet, right? And Janet is like 16, and he's like a full-grown man. She walks in, he looks at her, and it's all his thought bubbles about, like, she's exactly like my ex-wife. Now, she looks nothing like his ex-wife. She's literally just the only woman he's seen in the last, like, fucking 12 months, right?
Yeah.
It's weird, man. It's weird. There's something wrong in it.
Now you know why Ultron's crazy. So he made Ultron based on his own mind patterns, his brainwaves, and that's why Ultron is nuts.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. Now I pity Ultron for the shit that because I've been reading the thought bubbles of fucking Hank Pym, right? Like, and I'm going, what the fuck's going on here?
What's up, George? How you doing?
The question is, the writer who wrote that, what's going on in his head?
Oh,
yeah,
that's a good question. So now that all the introductions have gotten out of the way, time for my abbreviated reviews of these great comics. All right, so first up, Jeremiah, guys. If you don't remember, this was the football centric comic from Jeremiah Love and Jason Love. Where we left off was in the middle of the game, right? It's the big high school football game. The Cadets taking on, I believe they're the Falcons or the other team. Now, I'm not a football fan. I'm not really up on all the stuff.
Not a sports ball guy.
Yeah, I'm not a sports ball guy, right? So they explain in here like the rules that are different between normal football and like the super football they're playing, right? And they, not 100 yards, it's 300 yards in length. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. They're playing Iron Man football, so they're playing both offense and defense because they're super powered, so they have to play both offense and defense, right?
Okay.
That makes sense. Now, here's where I got confused, okay? And I think this is retarded. So they talk about the what the fuck the big end the field goal thing. What the fuck you call that?
What, the goalpost?
Yeah, the goalpost, right?
Don't move those.
Okay, they talk about the goalpost.
Yeah.
And instead of moving the bottom of the goalpost up, right? Which would make sense. Like, oh, these guys can kick super high, so like we're gonna move the goalpost up, so that way, instead of whatever it is, what is it, like 20 feet up instead of 20 feet up or whatever it is, we'll make it like 50 feet, so they have to kick it higher.
Yeah.
Instead, they just extend the arms up 90 feet, and I'm like, what does that do?
Yeah, that doesn't really help. Or they could have narrowed them actually and make it harder.
Well, they don't narrow them. They don't move the bottom part up. They just extend the arms up higher to 90 feet. And I'm like, if you kick the football now through the uprights, right? And it goes higher than the uprights, it still counts, right?
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. So like extending the uprights don't really do anything.
No.
So that was kind of dumb. There's no tension. There's no like, oh man, are they going to win? Are they going to lose? Because it's all about the football game. Like the entire comic is the football game after the, the explanation that we went through.
Okay.
In the middle of the game, he just suddenly develops a new power, and now he can see the other people's plays. Like he can see the future. It doesn't really say how far in the future, but he can see far enough in the future that he can like see all the plays and everything that's going to happen and where the guys are going to be.
Ooh, he's a precog.
Wait, you can see a couple of innings into the future?
Well, not innings. I think that's baseball. I think they're
nice. Hey, look at you.
I know.
I'm just trying to be hip,
Hip with the kids. Yeah. All right. So what doesn't make any sense to me is they go through this whole thing. He's like, all right, we're down by like three fucking touchdowns, right? We're down by 3 touchdowns. We gotta pull together, work as a team, get this thing done, right? And I'm going, okay, they talk about how they're going to go on offense, and instead of just giving him the ball, they're going to like pass the ball around, so that way their defense is confused because their defense won't know who's going to like they're all expecting Jeremiah to get the ball, but if he starts giving it to the other guys, they'll be thrown off because they're not expecting it to give it to the other idiots on the team, right? Apparently he's the only guy who gets the ball, right?
Right.
And I go, okay, that makes sense. And so they start scoring touchdowns, right? But my brain goes, but how are you going to stop them from scoring touchdowns? Like, there's no discussion of what our defensive strategy, because you're playing both offense and defense. And so
True.
there's no discussion of their defensive strategy. And so far, their defensive strategy has cost them 3 fucking touchdowns because they're down by 3 touchdowns, right? And the other team is clearly scoring on them.
Right.
But somehow, with no discussion and no like plan of action, the other team just stops scoring touchdowns.
Right.
So there's the big dramatic, like, oh, we're down by 2. And so
Jeremiah's a running back, right? So
Yeah.
he's an offensive player. So he's just writing what he knows. That's all. That's all.
Yeah, they get to the big moment where like the bad guy of the comic, which isn't really a bad guy, they just kind of throw him in like he's the star player of the other team, right?
Okay.
So he gets the ball and he's ready to run it in. And Jeremiah, he gets his little precog and he's like, oh, he's gonna jump over me, and that's how he's gonna try to score. So he knocks the football out of the guy's hand while simultaneously grabbing the guy's foot as he flies over him. And so they get the football back, and he's able to drive it all the way and barely score. You know, he barely gets the football over the fucking line to score the win. Game, that match. Now, while that's going on, at one point, he looks into the crowd, and who does he see? Well, the doctor that delivered him.
I knew it. The doctor. I knew the doctor was involved because he was on the cover.
Yeah. So the doctor, he starts having flashbacks of memories, and apparently he remembers his birth because he's like, that's the doctor that was there when I was born. And I'm like, no, memories don't form that early.
Good memory, kid.
Yeah. Because literally they tell you in the comic that after he was born, the doctor fucks off, right? Like, remember they can't get a hold of the doctor because he's just gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So somehow he remembers seeing the doctor that one time on the day that he was delivered.
Wow.
And
Nice.
for whatever reason, the doctor was working with the football player from the other team, and he's like, hey, good job. He's like, what do you mean we lost? He's like, no, I just wanted you to like push him to the limit so he could like become a monster. And they're like,
oh no.
He says, sometimes not every loss is a loss, and the game is far from over. And then says next issue's college. So they're immediately going to go from high school to college. Also, I don't know if this is like if he's like writing this to like get back at the dude that like was his high school bully or whatever. But like the bad guy, Caden, not only does he beat him in the big championship game, right? But they also tell you that he's dating Caden's ex-girlfriend. So Jeremiah is dating the ex-girlfriend of the guy on the other team.
Him.
Yeah.
Wow.
It seems really weird. It's like, because it doesn't go anywhere. There's like, it's not like a big plot point. It just seems to like come out of nowhere. Like, oh, there's Bianca. And then he like flashes back to like some party where like, he's like, yeah, I'm dating this chick. And they're like, hey, isn't that Caden's girlfriend? It's like, she's not his girlfriend. She's with me now. It's like, you shoved it all. It was like every cliche. Like, we're rivals on the football field. Last year, in the big game last year, Caden like beat me, right? So he's like, Caden punked him out last year. So like now he's getting revenge. And he took his girlfriend. It's like, really? All that for a football game? With superpowers?
Yeah.
All right, it was a little not great, kind of boring.
Underwhelming, it seems.
Yeah, very underwhelming. They use the powers, but they don't really tell you what they are, because it's like he's like typhoon something, and it's like it does nothing. Velocity vortex. It's like, what does that mean? Does it mean he just runs faster? He's got phantom flex, iron resolve, and Titan's might, and I'm like, okay, but what does that mean? You're not showing me anything. So yeah, I guess there's going to be a bigger story with the doctor doing experiments or something. But I don't know how this can this doesn't seem like it has legs. Because he's gonna go to college and it's like another football game. Then he's gonna go to professional and like another football. He's like, is that all he's gonna do with it? He's just gonna every issue play football,
Right? Huh? Yeah.
Can he at least play football against the KKK or something? Right?
Can he at least do some crime fighting?
No, I mean look at Kinnikuman. It's the perfect example. It's a wrestling comic, but those guys, if they lose, then those guys will invade Earth and take over Earth. So he has to beat them in a wrestling match.
The stakes are insane. Yeah.
Right? So if he was if I don't win this football game, then Cobra Commander will take over Earth. I'm like, oh, okay. There's stakes. There's no stakes. It's just a football game, right? It's if he loses, what's the worst that happens? He doesn't get a contract and not that invested in your life.
Exactly. Yeah. Their lives need to be on the line or something. Make it violent.
Yeah, that way. If it was Mutant League football where there's holes in the field and people are getting injured left and right and I don't know if there was a conspiracy with the league was trying to get people to injure each other for ratings or something.
Speed Racer.
You need some soap opera drama. Thank you, Randall.
Yeah. Space Jam. They did that. Alien Invasion. There.
So there's really nothing. It's just football with superpowers, but the superpowers really everyone has superpowers, and it's not super flashy or over the top where it's oh, that's neat. He's not shooting fireballs and icicles and shit. It's just he runs faster. That guy's a little stronger. So it's very underwhelming.
It ends up looking like a normal football match when it's drawn. That's the problem because you don't really see anything happen.
So no stakes. Not very good. All right. I also read Cyber Frog, Blood Honey. If you have not read Cyber Frog, Blood Honey, I'm going to spoil it. So be aware of that.
Hey, don't worry. Ethan did that on one of his streams where he went through page by page.
I don't know what printing. I don't know if there's any differences between the version I got and any subsequent printings or previous printings. I just know what I have in my hand, right? All right. So it's broken up into 3 parts. There's part 1, which is 21 pages. Part 2 is 30 pages. And then part 3 is only 10 pages. Which is really weird. Part 1, the first 21 pages, are completely fucking useless. Pretty, very pretty pages. Not gonna lie, I'm not gonna be oh, this art sucks. No, the art's really good. I like it. It's not too busy, at least in the beginning, right? You got the forest, you got the the swamp area with the frogs and all that. The problem is it's just it's 21 pages of exposition dump, right?
Oh, filler.
It's basically getting you up to speed. I'm Chelsea. I came from an alien planet. I'm here to save Earth. I was looking for a human. There was no humans, so I got Cyberfrog. Cyberfrog did this, and then I made Salamandroid, and then this happened, and then it's just basically a rundown of everything up until Cyberfrog goes into action, right? It's Cyberfrog met Heather. They don't even tell you who Ben Reilly is. He's in there, right? And he has wings, and they show him turn into a little bug guy. But that's it. It's 1 page, and it's just okay, that seemed interesting. I would like to know more about that, but I guess we're not gonna. Who wrote it? Ethan Van Sciver wrote that.
Deathfly is an interesting, but I don't know why it doesn't do much with him.
Well, he did. There's a Deathfly one shot or something, right? But
It's
basically,
the Violator to Cyberfrog spawn. That's how the dynamic was.
So the first 21 pages is just getting you acquainted with who the characters are and what's going on, and then you find Chelson is. At the end of those 20 pages, you find out that she was recording this message inside what looks like a Vespis hive, right? Like she's been captured by the Vespis. She's like, no one's coming to save you. But yeah, like all of this could have probably been in the next 30 pages. Because the next 30 pages is basically Cyberfrog in the 90s, the day of the invasion, right?
Yeah. Right.
And so on this day of the invasion, you could have had all that information. You could have, because he talks to Chelsin during this, right? She's not offline at the very beginning. So you could have had something like, oh no, the Vespas are here. This is what you've been created for. Finally, the invasion that we've been waiting for is here, right? Like all the exposition that was just dumped on you in the first 21 pages could have been factored into the actual action in a more organic manner, right? Why the hell does that need to be 21 pages? I don't know, because he drew a lot of art. There's a lot of art for it, right? What didn't make any sense to me, and maybe someone who's more acquainted with the Cyberfrog lore could sort of help me out with this, but so Chelsin comes down, right? And she's like, hey, there's going to be an invasion. I had to like find, something to combine this DNA with, right? And it doesn't seem like she's in a rush, but also she's in a hurry that she combines it with a frog, right? Because clearly the invasion doesn't happen for a while, right? Clearly he has adventures. There's at least a year or two worth of adventures that he has.
Well, I'm gonna be sweeping for Ethan, even though I'm apparently public enemy number one. But as I understand it, the embryos that she was ferrying from the alien embryos that she was ferrying from the homeworld had to be inseminated into other life forms within a certain window upon her arrival to Earth. And so she was originally meant to land next to where some Boy Scouts were or something like that. But for some reason that I can't remember, it's in another book, they weren't there. And so she was forced to use the frog and the salamander, which were the only things there before the embryos she was carrying died.
Yeah, I mean, it says they're ready for delivery, right? But it's like it doesn't have the gravitas or like, oh man, like emergency. There's a the embryos are damaged. I have to get them out now, or they'll be no good. It's just like ready for delivery. Like it doesn't seem like as
yeah, a single panel of like, 15 minutes. Like. Oh, if I wait any longer, there'll be complications with the whatever you call them, the cybernetic life forms, if we are not delivered, within the next 15 minutes.
Yeah, something like that. Because again, it's like she lands and she's like, yeah, there was supposed to be Boy Scouts, and I'm like, well, maybe just wait, maybe they're not there yet. Like there doesn't seem to be a rush, like you said, like 15 minutes or like 10 minutes or like they're coming now. Like my water broke, classic. Pregnancy thing, but it's just like because it seems like she's trying to say she's in a rush, but it's just so calm about it. It's like they were ready for delivery. It's like, what does that mean? Right? Also, it's shaped like a frog, which is weird to me, right? Like I get the idea that like Cyberfrog and Chelsin have a similar look, right? And it makes sense, like for like a comic booky thing, but like it came down looking like a frog, and I'm like, it's very coincidental that the alien.
Oh well, come on, like, you can't be critical.
Yeah,
that's like like in theory, it would have been like you think of it just more like a bipedal life form. I always thought it sort of Ed 209ish, you know what I mean? So like, but like it would have been
like on all fours. It looks like a frog. Come on, like
yeah, it is. Yeah, but it's comics. That's okay. I think
I get it. Like, well, when she set out the DNA, if she would have been like a little piece of you came back to me and a little piece of me goes into you, like an exchange, and like, oh, that's why it looks like the thing, right?
Yeah.
But it's just
But
like
then you have to have
it's just a happy coincidence. Like, oh
It's
no,
just, you know-
Nelson just happens to look like a frog.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think most of this could have been probably put into the other pages as dialogue. They're also like what didn't make sense to me. So she gets Salamandroid, and I don't know if like some of this is just being because of the old issues and trying to fit the new story within the confines of the old story, right? But
Okay.
they create Salamandroid, and she's like, "You're Salamandroid, and you are gonna protect Cyberfrog, right?" She uses their like alien names or whatever, but she's like, "You're gonna protect Cyberfrog,
Trick
and you're gonna
run
do
or
it,
do run runs, right? I think.
yeah, and you're gonna protect Cyberfrog, and you're gonna do it without any help." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah." So Cyberfrog gets like a connection to me, and I'm like, I could super evolve him and give him all these cool weapons. And then you are going to protect him, but not with any cool weapons or nothing. You're just going to go out there and do your best. I'm like, that don't make no sense. Like you're like Cyberfrog needs to stay alive in order to stop the Vespas, right? That's like their greatest weapon against the Vespas.
Mhm.
And you are going to protect him. And we're not. It's like giving the president an AK-47 and the Secret Service nothing. Like you have a suit. And you're like.
So
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
how am I going to protect the president from other people without a gun? Like
I'm gonna defend this too, even though I'm gonna be shit all over by the time I turn the internet on next. But I'm gonna go defend fucking someone that's gonna fucking kick me in the head here, because I want to be fair. So the system that sort of has been established through in the series goes beyond. It's a pattern that goes beyond Cyberfrog and Salamandroid, right? So we see with Scorpiona, and here's the original Cyberman that they send. The guy that gets chosen as like the chosen champion, which is like Cyberfrog, which is the guy with the variable weapon system and evolution and technological evolutionary capacity ingrained within his like DNA. This essentially allows him to hyper evolve super weapon systems to deal with whatever alien threat or menace sort of it comes along the way. And to protect that person, they make essentially a tank, someone that is bigger, stronger, of a different build and size and capacity. So if we were to look at their cybernetic systems, they're probably, I'm going to assume, completely different. Like Cyberfrog and Cyberman and these other guys that are like the A types are like built to be able to do massive amounts of damage to fight on a global scale, I imagine, right? Whereas the bodyguard guys are disposable secondary figures that are made to protect that guy and do the dirty work that they don't have to, that's what's sort of implied. Like Salamandroid is like meant to be able to do the dirty work. Cyberfrog isn't meant to. Like that's sort of their system. It doesn't really. I haven't seen that yet, but that's what's implied in the way that it is when she gives him that talking to. So I think that like the secondary brother is built different to what Cyberfrog is. I think they're just trying to say.
I mean, she does say, protect your brother. You're not going to have the cyberlink. Figure out what to do with the people. But again, it just seems like I don't know if like in the original comic maybe it was established that Salamandroid didn't have a link, so he's just like, oh, I can't just give it a link suddenly, right?
Yeah, he doesn't have the secondary. I'm just going to call them the B types. I don't know what they're officially called in Ethan's story, but like the B types, the big guys, they're different. I know that Cyberfrog has his like croak that he can do, like his thunder croak, but Salamandroid, without being cyber linked up, has the ability to, like a dragon, breathe these huge torrent of purple flames. So like, and as you've seen, physically stronger, significantly larger. I gotta go, Dad. I'll be right back.
Yeah. But again, I'm just working off of the what's in front of me, right? The material in front of me. And
absolutely, man, absolutely. I'm not. I'm not just sitting here defending Ethan because Ethan's my buddy. Like Ethan's apparently shitting all over me, but I'm trying to be fair based on my experience and what I've experienced with the franchise. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Well, I get it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm also just, basing on what I've read. I've only read Red Planet and now, Blood Honey. But Blood Honey came first. So really, I'm putting out Red Planet out of my mind. I'm putting out everything outside. Like, I do know certain things from, like, watching Ethan streams or hearing him talk or, talking to him about stuff. But if it's not in the book, I don't think it's fair to count that in the review.
We have to assume that we're reading in a vacuum, and that is something to take in mind. Otherwise, we're not judging the book, We have to judge the book.
So part 2 is basically 1998, the day that the invasion happens. And again, there's a lot of sitting around, a lot of like, oh, come eat some chicken, wasting a lot of time, I feel, with the Bill Clinton thing. Like, I don't know why, like, you keep going back to, like, Bill Clinton's speech on the TV about Monica Lewinsky.
That was a personal thing for Ethan, because he's spoken previously on live streams where, as a teenager or as a young man, he felt that was the moment that America changed irrevocably in his eyes. He felt that was a turning point in history where it was like an innocence lost moment. So that's why he made it the catalyst event for the Vespus invasion, is my belief. He can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I believe.
I mean, that's fine, and it really gives you a solid, like, this is what had happened, a real anchor for the date. But it's just like, you have him on TV, like, okay, cool. Bill Clinton's on TV. He's talking about Monica Lewinsky. Got it. Like, I don't need the entire speech. I don't need, like, it keeps going back to, like, his.
And just because I'm going to be a fucking Ethan simp again, like a bitch, I'm going to piss off all my fans. But I'm trying to be fair. I always try to be fair. I really like his years. I actually like that where he's got the panels and they're the numbers and like inside it, like, like a 1992, 1998. I think that's really cool, and I like that he does that. I think it's a good addition to Cyberfrog, and I always look forward to the next year number that we're going to see.
It's like a big shadow on the floor almost.
Yeah. It's always well done.
It's so well done that I almost missed it the first time. Like, I didn't realize that it said 1998. I was like, oh, wait. That's not a shadow of the building. That's
Todd McFarlane did that with how much power he has left. Remember the 999999?
Yeah. So we do get a little bit of the Vespas coming around. We get a mention of Scorpion. We get Rumblebee and Pollinate. They're fighting on the bridge. And again, what's weird to me is there's a big explosion. Cyberfrog gets knocked over the edge. He gets covered in the little bubbles, whatever you want to call it, the little fucking cocoon. His restoration fuel cells. And I go, okay, that's pretty cool. Hibernation mode initiated, so that's why it takes him so long. But then I go, hold up. He gave Heather a little thing. He goes, here's this little tracking device, right?
Yeah.
And I go, why didn't Heather ever like try to use it to find him?
To God,
like she just kind of gives up. Like, she's kind of a bitch. Like, he disappears. These Vespas show up. These aliens show up, and I would assume, like, I'm assuming, okay, could be wrong, but it feels like the Vespas were added. This is like a new wrinkle that was added to the Cyberfrog lore. Like, it probably wasn't in the original stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if he was told, because he gets told when he turns into Cyberfrog, hey, these Vespas are going to show up. You're like the champion of Earth. You got to fucking fight them when they show up, right? So I would assume that all the time that he has spent with Heather, that at some point he would have told her that, hey, I'm waiting for like these aliens to show up so I can kick their ass, right?
I don't think that he did. I don't think he knew the aliens were coming. I think, honest to God, that Cyberfrog just fucked around, and that's part of the problem. Like, I don't know if he knew that the Vespers were coming. Like,
It says right here, Liam, in this comic.
yeah. Tell me if I'm wrong, because it's been years and years since I read it. But
she goes. So this is like at the very beginning.
yeah,
she says, "You're built. With you is everything that you will need to end this coming war, to destroy the Vespers and destroy the invaders." He goes, "I dig it, but why? Why choose me? Because you're the only one who can do it. Only one who can destroy the Vespers. Vespers, what are the Vespers? An invading, conquering swarm. You are here to protect the human race from them. Humanity may be flawed, but they have limitless potential for good. You may even grow to love them. The Vespers will see them as livestock, a food source. Their drained and empty bodies will be recycled as nesting material. Blood is the nectar that becomes their honey. The Vespers will obliterate all life and destroy all creation. They will perch upon the ashes of billions of broken hearts and dead dreams, and they will revel in the misery while they lay more eggs." She clearly lays out like this is what.
yeah, no, you're 100% right. So what that means is that Cyberfrog doesn't care, was a cunt, and then shit caught up to him. You know, I mean, and that's part of the story too. Like, he just didn't give a shit. He knew apparently and fucked around. Because like if we read with the context we have, both from stuff Ethan said and the earlier books, he said like the 1990s original stuff that we got is kind of like canon adjacent. You know what I mean? It's not all canon. So basically, he did essentially the same thing, which is just fuck around and do sweet fuck all. He wasn't a hero, and then this shit goes down, and he gets taken out. He goes into hibernation, and then he wakes up in the war and realizes that.
But here's the problem: like, he is a hero because in this book, he's chilling out. He is just like fucking around with Heather, you know, eating chicken, whatever. And then Salamandroid shows up. Is like, hey, Rumblebee's got a fucking bomb. Him and the Pollinate are on the fucking bridge. They're trying to drive it to Scorpion. We got to stop him. So like, he is a hero. He even talks about how like
but it's not exactly like he's preparing humanity for the coming invasion. He's sitting there watching Beavis and Butthead on MTV. You know what I mean?
No, there's no Beavis and Butthead in this. But I'm saying he's at the very least.
I'm just making a joke. You know what I mean? It's like he's fucking around. It's not like he's preparing humanity for the coming swarm or anything. You know what I mean?
They tell him in the book.
Yeah.
They talk about how like humanity doesn't like him. Like, he's like, I never prepared Cyberfrog for the fact that humans are going to be scared of him and they're not going to, you know, accept him because he looks weird. He's not a human. Like, you were supposed to be a human champion that would be like of the local populace, so they would embrace you. But because you're a frog, they're going to like, they hate you and they fear you. Right. So like, that tells me that the people of Earth are aware of Cyberfrog. They know who he is.
They know who he is.
He exists. He operates obviously as a superhero, you know, fighting crime. You would think it makes to me little sense for him to have never mentioned the Vespers to Heather, right? And so I'm saying this to say, like, when they show up, you would think that she would be like, oh, these are the monsters that are like Cyberfrog was here to stop. Like, we need to find him. Like, she just like goes into hiding and just like, well, Cyberfrog's gone. Just fuck it. Like she has the tracker. She doesn't even go, let me like try to reverse engineer this. Let me tell the government.
Do you have Cyberfrog 1998?
No.
Okay. I actually want to say again, why am I defending? I just want to be kind and fair. But like, I will say that of all of the things that Ethan has written to date that I've read, Cyberfrog 1998 is the best thing. And what Cyberfrog 1998 is it came with Blood Honey. It is the story of what happened to Heather Swain during the invasion. And it's her just running and getting caught up in things and trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. And all of that stuff's kind of explained there. She ends up getting like rushed out of the city and all sorts of stuff. But I really enjoyed 1998. When I first did my first sort of coverage and review on it, I said that it was the better of the two books. Like, if we were to turn this into like an animated series or something, I would probably drop all of Blood Honey and start with Heather Swain during the invasion and then flash back to Blood Honey. But yeah, so you see a lot of the stuff you're asking about Heather in 1998. If you can get a hold of that.
Yeah, because again, I'm just going off of what's in here, and like he shows up, he finds her, so the tracker still works. He finds her, and that's where we end up with the image of her going froggy as it ends. Right, boom. Last
Yeah.
image is Heather opening a door, and again, like the kid is got to be 8, 9. You know, I'm trying to like err on the side of like small number. Like I don't want to be like that kid's like 12. It was 12 years. Like so, like let's say like 8 to 9 years, right?
Yeah.
So for 8 to 9 years, Heather has not tried to look for him. Has not tried to like Salamandroid and Cyberfrog are just missing.
Yeah, she moved on. She went and she hooked up. That was one of the things that I thought was interesting in the beginning. I never really got a solid answer for, but like the idea that like I think it's sort of a metaphor in a way for like how people do move on. Like she went, had a whole life, met another man, or they weren't a romantic thing, but met a man, had a child, and they were just living in the fucking woods trying to survive this fucking apocalypse. Then her husband's gone, and
but if Cyberfrog was just some dude that she met and like
but he was the guy.
He was a superhero. Like it would be like Liam. Hold on, Liam.
Mm-hmm.
It would be the equivalent if Spider-Man was the only superhero around, right? Spider-Man exists. Suddenly, aliens. I'm like Spider-Man's best friend. Aliens show up. Spider-Man disappears, and I just go, well, I guess Spider-Man's gone. Should we look for him? Should we look for the one guy that might be able to help us and defeat it? Nah, I'm just gonna go off into the woods, like have sex with a lady, and just live my life with like Salamandroid and fucking Cyberfrog. She knows them. She hung out with them. They're not only her friends, but she knows that they're super powered beings.
Yes. Yeah.
So I mean at no point like, hey, I have this tracker. He gave me this tracker to find me. He never came to find me. Clearly something happened to him. Maybe I should like try to figure out if we could use this to find him.
Oh, absolutely. They should have. There might be something I haven't read. I don't know. There might be something. This might just be something that's overlooked. But there's story there. There's potential. Like maybe you could have like this is just me being fan fiction, but like maybe you can have a scene where she keeps trying to go off and almost gets killed multiple times. So maybe her husband takes the tracker. Like where the fuck is the tracker? Why didn't Salamandroid come and try and get the tracker? We apparently find out a little bit more about what's been going with Salamandroid in another book. I forget its name. But like, I'm like, this tracker's like, she just assumed he was dead. Why does she assume he was dead if she's got the tracker? Did a light go off? Like,
also, they have a piece of Chelsin. They have a piece of Chelsin inside their hideout. At the very least, you would think that she would be like, hey guys, there's a super powerful battery in the city. If we go get it, we'll be able to like power this community, right?
Yeah. And they knew that was a thing because they were powering their TV off it, right?
Yeah.
But we can just assume, like, I'm not being an asshole, but I mean, it's not exactly like fucking, it's not exactly like Heather Swain's a fucking rocket scientist tech genius. You know what I mean? Like, she's just sort of like the girl next door. You know what I mean? So maybe she just didn't fucking think of it. Like maybe it just wasn't like something that occurred to her, something she could do. It's alien technology she didn't understand.
I don't know. It just seems like she's like really comfortable with Cyberfrog and them, and just kind of like, oh well, like they're gone.
I do think that tracker thing needs to be addressed if he hasn't addressed it in other books. There definitely should be something to it. Like maybe her husband took it from her because she kept trying to go off and nearly got.
No, because he finds her with it. That's how he tracks her down.
Yeah, that's how he tracks her down. Yeah.
So apparently, like it's still on her neck. Like all these years later, it's just been sitting for like the.
No, wait a minute. Does that mean that is that a reverse tracker? Is it like he can find her, or is it so that he can find her rather than her can find him?
That's what I'm saying. Like he gives it to her. He goes, "I'll be able to find you." With
this
tracker.
Right. Well, then that's all explained.
Well, all I'm saying is like she doesn't go, "Hey guys, there's this tracker. Like, can we figure out how to like reverse this or like?" Can we use it? She doesn't go to anyone. Like it doesn't seem like she tries in any way, shape, or form to find anybody who could help her to find Cyberfrog.
Yeah, I do think that that is a thing. That there should be sort of like we've got to find him in some way. Like But again, maybe it's a story that hasn't been told. I'm not trying to just play defense for Ethan. I'm just trying to be fair, But you're right.
It feels to me like he needed the characters to get to a certain place.
Yeah.
Plot holes be damned, right? Like we need him to we need her to be in the community, so we need him to go into hibernation. We need the best
to make this work
over the earth.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And so, I mean, I know Salamandroid's still alive, right? And apparently he didn't go looking for Cyberfrog.
Yeah, that's something that I didn't get a chance to read. I haven't got that, I don't think. But I don't know if it hasn't been fulfilled yet, or if it's one that has been fulfilled and I just haven't got around to reading it. But there's a book with I can't remember which one it is, but there's a book with where Scorpion essentially takes Salamandroid in.
That's Death Sting.
Shit happens. Yeah, Death Sting. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was interesting. It was really interesting. I might have read it. I might have it.
Yes.
Other than that, I mean, it's like I said. There's a lot of setup. There's a lot of the invasion happens, and we miss the whole invasion, which I never like when they do that. When it's they're building up to this event, and
the invasion is in 1998. That's why 1998 is good. It's just fucking. I enjoyed it thoroughly. So it's a pity it's a smaller book. Maybe one day he'll reprint it as a full size comic. But it's
he did.
It did. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So it was.
I have the zine version, but there is a full size.
Yeah, that's the one I have. That's the one I have too. I say that I think that's some of his best work, and that's not me kissing his ass. I think, even compared to his stuff at DC.
Jesus Christ, man! How many times have you to say, "Oh, I'm not kissing his ass"? All that stuff. Just say it once.
Yeah, just say it once. True.
Jesus.
I agree.
Anyway, I think
you're right.
What would have been nice is while he was in hibernation, instead of just going from falling into the river, waking up, right? You could have had him hibernation mode activated and then shown a couple of scenes happening, right? Fucking aliens coming down, maybe some fucking soldiers getting killed by aliens, Scorpion and them going into hiding, different things happen. You know how those old movies where they show somebody fall into a fucking ravine and then they show all the shit that's going on as the guy's falling asleep, like a Rip Van Winkle type thing, where as Rip is sleeping, the world is changing around him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that, where you see him in the river, and then you just see what's happening above the bridge. Oh, there's fucking soldiers fighting on the bridge, and then there's fucking this is happening, and so you kind of see the world changing, and you get glimpses of the invasion before he wakes up, instead of just he wakes up and oh, the world's taking over, and how did that happen? I find it hard to believe that a bunch of giant bees could stop people with guns and rocket launchers and stuff.
Just default looking bees. That was my biggest gripe with the Vespas. It's just bees from nature. There's nothing distinguished about. There's nothing distinct about them. They don't even look like the Fleaviac brothers, which are insectoid.
Yeah.
Demonic.
I always thought it would be interesting to set a story during the invasion as people sort of hold out, because it's established that the Vespas arrive in a weaker state than what they are by the time Cyberfrog wakes up, because the Earth's atmosphere and oxygen hardens their body and builds them, and their next generation becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. That's why the Earth is such a valuable resource in their ongoing galactic war, because it'll allow them to essentially become the next stage of what they could be, right? But that said, that means that it'd be really nice to see a bunch of rednecks out on a fucking farm, just fucking dealing with shit with shotguns and stuff, just trying to hold out. Understandable that the city gets taken over and shit like that, but the rural areas, they're...
Well, shit. What's it? Liam, you don't think all the people in the ghetto in the city have guns? Man.
Shit.
I'm sure they could. I mean, they could totally be ghetto gang guys fighting fucking Vespas as they take over the city and shit. People hiding out in the sewers and shit. That'd be cool, for sure. But I'm thinking they go to the cities. These are where they make their hives, right? so this is my logic. They make these hives and they harvest all of these humans and they're putting their skin all over the buildings and shit. Like that's their places. So like I figure they're not sending as big a numbers out to like rural places. You know what I mean? Like it's just like a numbers game.
Attack the block, but with bees, you know? Like,
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I mean, he can do a lot of stuff with what he's doing, but anyway.
Yeah, you know, like I said, if they were like aliens with like humanoid bodies, and maybe I could go, I could see the invasion. They had guns and stuff. It's like they're just a bunch of bees, and they're just big bees that attack you, and like
they just talk funny.
Yeah, like again, we have guns and nukes and tanks. Like, how do they stop a tank?
I've always kind of
they buzz it.
Yeah. Are you guys familiar with the third season of Robotech with the Invid? Do you guys know what I'm talking about by any chance?
No.
It's a pity. But I always sort of hoped that they were a bit like that. Like we haven't seen the Queen or like their nobles or any of that shit. So I always hoped that like the drones and shit we saw were just drones, and then you'd have like more almost semi-humanoid, you know, sort of wasp bitch people that were like sort of their next evolution that we haven't seen inside their upper hives and everything, like the queens and stuff. But I don't know what he's going to do with it. In the original artwork that he did, which is sort of a little lost now, the original sort of, I think it was the original Pollinate or whatever it was, were like bee girls, like these sexy looking bee girls that were like in, you know, that looked like they were fucking trussed up out of like that Blind Melon video, but like in the superhero form, and it looked pretty cool. And I've never seen him recreate that in the modern books in any way. So I don't know if he's going to ever do that, or if that's what the Queens are going to be like, or if it's just that was a silly thing from the 90s and we're never going to see it again, you know?
I think it was probably a silly thing. But either way, like I said, lots of setup. There's no payoff. There's no big alien invasion fight. They just kind of show up, attack Salamandroid, attack Cyberfrog. There's an explosion. He gets knocked in the water, and then, oh, look, the Earth is all fucked.
Yeah.
Good setup, I guess, but like for the amount of pages, what are we talking? 61 pages of story with nothing being accomplished.
What would you like, ideally? Like, let's say, hypothetically, how would you approach this, given what you now know?
Hypothetically, I would have, like I said, the 1998 section, start there. Like the first 21 pages were not needed, right? Start with the 1998 section. Use the dialogue to fill in the exposition. When they show up, you could be like, "Oh, these are the Vespas. They're finally arrived." You know, make the dialogue tell you the story. Look, they finally arrived. It's what you've been waiting for, Cyberfrog. And Cyberfrog like, "What do you mean? I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for Beavis and Butthead to come on TV or some shit." You know. Like he's like, this is like really ruining my fucking TV time or my chicken eating time or whatever.
Why not just do a opening paragraph like they did in Star Wars or every Marvel comic? Hey, Peter Parker got bitten by a spider and now he's Spider-Man. Start the comic.
I don't think that you could do that as easily for Cyberfrog due to the personal nature between the Heather and Cyberfrog element that you need to establish for the overall meta. That's harder.
You can put it all in a paragraph.
Yeah, but then you're not going to get the same sort of emotional or sentimental connection to the characters and their relationship. You know, it's the difference between being told.
First off, no one asked you, George. Sorry. That's how I would do it. Secondly, there's just way too much backstory, I think, to shove into a. It would just feel like an exposition dump. Like boom, there's everything, right? That's what I'm saying. Like if you could weave this into the whole like invasion day. This is the day of the invasion, right? Everything changed the day the Fire Nation attacked. Right?
Yeah, everything changed the day the Fire Nation attacked approach would be again, I think that would strengthen the series.
And then I would extend the fight So instead of just having him like they show up and then immediately he's taken out of action, maybe have him fight him off because you have 21 pages. You didn't use those 21 pages to tell the backstory, right? So now you got 21 pages that you could use to extend the fight where he's trying to get to Heather. Maybe he's fighting his way to Heather. There's more action, more shit going on. And then he gets taken out of commission. It just like, boom, you're out of commission. Like they show up out of commission immediately.
Yeah.
Also, man, the idea like they're talking. I hate when they do this, right? When you have like aliens show up or like Mexicans show up, which we're going to go into in the Rippaverse book. But okay, so you show them say something in the alien language. Cool, you've established the alien language. Now, translate the rest of it. Like I don't need. I have no fucking clue what that means. Does Ethan know what that means? Is there actual dialogue there?
You didn't get the
Is that
decoder ring?
dialogue?
That's right. Decoder ring.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't know.
I'm the reader. Obviously, like Cyberfrog not understanding it is fine, but I'm the reader, right? If you're gonna put this like, like, tell me, let me know, let me in on it. Like, oh man, those guys are planning something. They're actually intelligent bugs. They recognize that Cyberfrog is the champion. Where did he go? Like Cyberfrog disappeared. They're looking for Cyberfrog. They sense him coming back online. Like just having a bunch of is not fucking cool. It's kind of annoying.
I think that the property sort of struggles a little bit. If my opinion means shit, but I would say where it sort of struggles is Ethan has like really good antagonists and villain names, like very sort of cliche comic booky stuff, but it works, right? And then these guys, all of those characters, all these guys from the 90s and stuff are like, they're villains, right? But they're like kind of like a third faction with separate to the Vespers. And the Vespers, even though they are a swarm and meant to represent sort of a certain level of facelessness, lack identity. This is what you guys are talking about when you're like saying, oh, they're like garden variety wasps, but big, right? Like, so they've got a uniform appearance. They've got a couple of things that are kind of freaky about them, the skull on the forehead, but they don't have a visibly identified queen. They don't have a leader. They don't have unique rankings. They don't have different powers. They don't have like something that makes them give you more of an impression, you know, and then you need a little bit more of an impression. That's why I thought he did well with the mind control vampire wasps. Those were interesting. But again, you've got Cyberfrog, this big character, and presumably his main antagonists, the wasps, like the Vespers, have no Doom, have no Magneto, have no major figure for him to juxtapose himself against. It's just a faceless mass swarm, and it's hard to you want to root for someone against overwhelming odds, you know, but you know, he needs
Tony says, so you want a dedicated language to decode. No. I don't want to decode it. I want Ethan to decode it for me. I want him to write on the page, because like in Marvel, they would have like alien language, and then you've now established that like the Kree are talking their language, and then you put it in brackets, the translation, right? So we as the reader understand what they're talking about. Like keeping me in the dark does not make the comic better, right? Me going, oh, the Kree are planning to kidnap Captain Marvel and extract her powers to power their new fucking instant kill cannon. I go, that's cool. Me just hearing a bunch of gibberish going, I have no fucking clue what's going on. I don't know their plan. I'm just as much in the dark as the heroes, and that's just retarded.
I'm glad you brought those guys up to showcase my point earlier. Very simply, the Skrulls are interesting, but they have Super Skrull. You know what I mean? There's no Super Vespers. You know what I mean? Like
there should be some like blue-haired Vespers.
Skrulls
right?
look interesting.
Yeah.
Like even the what's it called? The Dark Sides. What are they called? The Parademons.
Yeah.
Those guys look interesting. Like even the grunts look interesting. That's the problem.
Yeah, they're interesting. The Parademons are another good example. The Parademons of DC. they're interesting. They're uniform and everything, but you've got Darkseid. You know what I mean? Like that's what's missing from Cyberfrog with the Vespers. Maybe it'll come with time, but I would say that's a big weakness in the franchise.
Yeah, I would have put like some of the Vespas, like you said, like you have a big swarm of them, and like one of them is just colored differently. Like if one of them was colored red, you go, oh, clearly that one must be. It's like Captain Phasma, right, from the new Star Wars. I know everyone hates the new Star Wars, but when you look at the Stormtroopers, you go, that one's shiny and silver. She must be important, right?
Yeah.
So like if you just had like one that was red that stood out, or one that was blue or whatever, and you go, that one must be important. That must be like a lieutenant or a captain or a commander or whatever, right? That's a higher bug than the rest of the bugs. And you go, okay, there is a hierarchy. There's a system in place.
It gives you something in the scene as well for the hero to potentially overcome, because you know that in any scene that the hero is in, unless it's the final scene, he's not going to be able to overcome the entire swarm, right? Yeah. But if there's someone there, he might be able to overcome that. Even if he doesn't, it puts it in your mind. He might be able to beat that guy. You know what I mean? Like, that's the guy he's got to beat without even needing to spell it out. That's just in our caveman brain. You know what I mean? Like,
and you go, if he beats that guy, maybe the rest of them fuck off because their leader's defeated.
Right.
Yep.
So, yeah. Like I said, it's very pretty. I'm not going to take anything away from the art. Very pretty, but there is really nothing, like nothing happens. The build up to the Vespas coming was a good build up, and then there's no payoff because you don't get to see the war. Right. I almost think that at part 2, like if it ended at part 2 where he falls into the ocean or into the river or whatever, right? And you ended it there without the part 3 section, the last 10 pages, and put those 10 pages maybe in part 2, right, in Wreck Planet.
Run that by me one more time. Just
so there's 3 parts. Part 1 is the exposition backstory. Part 2 is the invasion day. And then part 3 is where he wakes up and you get 10 pages of him just looking at the city. He's all destroyed and everything, right? If we get rid of those last 10 pages, and so the book just ends with him falling in the river, going into hibernation, and you're kind of like left there, like, oh, what's going to happen?
So it ends with Cyberfrog and dude hibernation mode. He's like losing consciousness, and it goes to black. You know, okay.
I think that would have been a better way to do it. And then, like I said, because it's only 10 pages, take those 10 pages, put that at the beginning of Wreck Planet. I think would have been a stronger book.
Yeah, it makes sense. It would have been more powerful an ending if it ends with him being beaten and then a to be continued. Will Intrepid? I've been reading too many old '60s comics. Will our intrepid hero survive the next issue? You know, like that's
because this way, what he has now is like he wakes up, sees the Earth is fucked up.
Yeah,
he's like, oh, I gotta find Heather. Finds Heather, and then it just ends with there's Heather. It's like it's kind of anticlimactic. It's like.
Mm-hmm.
Because there isn't even like, again, he wakes up, he sees that the Earth is fucking overrun with Vespas, and he goes, I gotta find Heather, right? And then like 2 pages later, it's like, oh, there she is. Like there's not even a fight to get to Heather. There's not even like he's got to go through the swarm, or he's got to like avoid, like he's hiding, like, oh shit, like these guys took us out last time. I gotta like hide because I'll be overwhelmed. It's just you actually don't even see him get there. You just it just next page, right? He's like, I gotta find Heather. I gotta find her. And then next page is shot of a forest. You get the little fucking talk with the daughter, right?
Yeah.
And then the daughter runs into Cyberfrog in the woods, and you're like, well, how did he get there?
The thing I would have liked to play with a little bit is the initial dialogue. Like I would have probably in the first issue played with the dialogue that he had with Chelsea, where she says humanity's flawed, but you may come to actually like them. And then we have that sort of, as he sort of showed the relationship with Heather, where like she's this one person, she's flawed. She's someone who tried to kill herself, you know? And that's dark, and having been in the life that just recent times, there's thoughts that there's a lot to go through there if you really want to sort of get into that mind state. And like they form this great friendship out of it, you know what I mean? And so it would have been really interesting to explore that dynamic between the two characters and leave off with a hook like with him just sort of, disliking people and then liking people in his final moments as he loses consciousness,
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. So here's one. I have one question. I asked this to Autoy before the show started, right? Does Ethan need glasses?
I don't know. What's that got to do with anything? I don't understand. Sometimes he wears glasses. Usually when he draws really small.
Okay, so I asked this question because I noticed when Ethan draws lights, they all have streaks. Like Cyberfrog's jumping through the city, you can see the lights on his feet, and they all have streaks on it, right?
Yeah, that looks awesome. What about it?
Well, I mean, when you need glasses, like so this right here, like this is essentially what I'm seeing in the comic, right? But you don't see this. This like when you need glasses and your eyes, like you got astigmatism or something, and something's wrong with your eyes. This is what you see at night. When you put your glasses on, this goes away, and the lights are just normal. Just normal light.
No. I think what's going on, Tony, is like if you're looking at like high speed chases, and when light's moving really fast, light warps and bends and stuff. Like you'll see it with headlights and stuff.
No, those are headlights. That's what I'm saying. Like, no, like Liam, you should not see this. This is not normal. I didn't know this. It took me years to realize that this is not normal.
Do I need glasses? Like, hell no. Really? But yes. They illustrate in Akira. It's in Akira, man. Like,
it's also like, caused by a dirty windshield. Yeah. Like if you need all the lights on like his feet and stuff are like have that like streak and they're all uniform, and that's why I'm like
J.J. Abrams lighting.
Yeah, is it like does he not realize that like actually light doesn't work like that, and like everything has that like lens flare for
lens flare? Yep. Remember the new Star Trek movies?
Dude,
all just lens.
Only says
all
I went
glasses
at nighttime
to prevent
my 30s. Like, yeah, I think that I just learned that I might need glasses because, like, I thought this was normal. I thought this was just the way the world looked.
Yeah, I wear glasses at nighttime to prevent this when driving. Yeah.
Oh no, not my eyes. I need them for work.
Stray Bean says it's a device to illustrate motion, but it's not illustrating any motion because it's like straight at you, right? Let me try to look for an image.
Angela, oh shit. Oh, not my eyes. No.
Like he has other things to illustrate motion. Like if those lights weren't like that, you would still have the same motion effects. I don't know. I thought it was like some weird quirk of the art.
We all learn a little bit more about ourselves every day.
Yeah. So overall, like if I read this, no bullshit, if I read this first, I would not have been excited for Wreck Planet. Like,
yeah, if it's the first thing you read, it sounds confusing.
Yeah, reading Wreck Planet, like I said, I read Wreck Planet. It was good. It left off in a good cliffhanger and everything, right? It had action, it had story. You could read Wreck Planet without reading Blood Honey and know exactly what's going on. So I don't know if he, what feedback he got from Blood Honey that he then took into Wreck Planet, because again, Wreck Planet, perfect starting point. You can jump into Wreck Planet. You get told everything that's going on. You learn about the invasion. You learn about Cyberfrog's backstory. You learn about Heather, and you get the action. You see everything. Like, I mean, there's a couple of details that you're not aware of just because you haven't seen Salamandroid, right? Like if you're going in blind like me, you wouldn't know who a Salamandroid was or like a Scorpion, right? But other than little things like that, like Wreck Planet is a better starting point in my opinion. This is a lot of filler, and it's not too exciting. But again, it's pretty. The art's pretty. So there's that. Now you know my predicament, Tony. I read Blood Honey first. Now I sleep on Wreck Planet. Yeah, sketchbook. It's usually lens flare. He's a fan of Michael Bay. Cataracts can lead to those streaks too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was like maybe he doesn't know. Like maybe he just sees the light. He thinks that's how light works at night.
Oh, I did think that's how light works at night. I am now worried about. I'm not joking. I'm gonna have to go get my eyes checked. I put off the last one because I thought I got perfect 20/20 vision.
Dude, I used to have so much fun. I'd be in the car at night and I'd see those streaks and I'd like squint to make them streak more and like move them. Yeah. Like you'd move your head and like the light would the streaks would move. And I didn't realize
they rotate and stuff. And oh shit! Oh no! I need glasses.
Yeah. He's been doing it since Green Lantern. Light shining off the rings.
This is what I need. This is all I need. I need to be fat, balding, and have glasses, guys. My life is complete. My life is complete.
You've hit the trifecta. All right. Moving on. Great War of Separation #1. Written by Chuck Dixon. None of you ninjas is Chuck Dixon. This comic reads like a fucking textbook.
Oh no.
Lots of fucking narration boxes, right?
Any pictures?
Like everything is told pretty much through the narration boxes, and it's like let me read you some of that. Every war starts somewhere. Everything has a beginning, a flashpoint. The spark that ignites the inferno.
War.
That was the night in August. 40 miles south of Eagle Pass. Like, everything is just like, so then these guys crossed the border. So then these guys killed those guys. So then these guys killed those other guys. It's called Great War of Separation 1, but the Great War of Separation doesn't even start. Like the first, again, it's like all build up to this great war that hasn't happened. And apparently it ends with the United States going, we're going to form a team of superpowered individuals to invade Texas.
Bum, bum, bum.
And so apparently the government has superpowered individuals. I want you to understand this. In this particular timeline, the government of the United States somehow lost the Mid-Southern Alliance, the greater Florida area, and the entire west coast of the country, which is like everything west of Texas, and I want to say Michigan. Pretty much like half the country is in a new state or a new country called Bromhouse, right?
Okay. That's gay.
So this is before. This is like this isn't the war we're talking about. This has already happened. Like prior to the Great War of Separation, the United States is only...
It's already separated?
Yeah, so the United States is the East Coast and Texas. For whatever reason, Texas and the East Coast decided to stay together. Florida decided to become...
Fuck them.
Yeah, Florida's its own state. The Mid-Southern Alliance is its own state. Chicago is just like Illinois, and that is just like a big wasteland, right?
Uh-oh.
It's not a country. It's just like a fucking wasteland. And
Is
then
that
everything...
nuke on it?
Everything, I don't know, it doesn't tell you. And everything in the West is that Bromhouse, right? So the whole point, the whole plot of the book is some illegals show up and they don't even tell you why. They have a bomb strapped to them. The bomb explodes, kills a bunch of Texas state troopers. So they get into a helicopter and they go and they start fucking looking for, what's going on. But lo and behold, a bunch of fucking immigrants have bazookas. So they bazooka the fucking helicopter, which pisses off the other helicopter guy. So he goes in there and just starts fucking shooting people in Mexico, and kills a bunch of people on the other side of the border. They arrest those guys. They go, hey, what the fuck were you doing? Who told you to go into Mexico and kill a bunch of people? They're like, well, they shot a rocket launcher at us. They're like, yeah, but why were you over there to begin with? Well, there was an explosion. They're like, dude, like, arrest those two fucking idiots. Right? They arrest these two fucking knuckleheads, put them in jail. The whole country, apparently, everyone in the world of the United States is divided on this issue. Some of them are like, yeah, we probably shouldn't go into Mexico and start shooting fucking people. And other people are like, well, fuck them. They messed with Texas. Apparently, Texas is really like gung-ho about like killing Mexicans.
They're a bunch of lunatics.
Yeah. And then, so the cartels we find out it's the cartels that it's doing. It's not even the Mexican government. The Mexican government has no fucking clue. Like, they never show up. Somehow, the United States, by proxy of Texas, is invading Mexico, but the cartels are the ones fighting the U.S., and the Mexican government at no point gets contact and go, hey, your cartels are coming into the U.S. and, like, killing people. Like, could you help us stop them? Like, that's never an option. It's never even on the table, right? So the cartels decide they're going to blow up a fucking border crossing, right? And they kill a bunch of fucking border agents, and they kill, like, the medical team that comes to, like, help the border agents. So then, like, a bunch of fucking hotheads from Texas get into fucking aircraft and fly into Mexico, okay?
Okay.
They go, hey, sir, I don't have a flight plan for your group on today's manifest. Well, you'll just pencil us in for a joyride. So three, probably six. How many people get in? Like, they're like
little Cessnas and stuff, or
no, they're like fucking military
fighter
planes.
jets.
Yeah, they're like 3 fighter jets. It's like 2 guys to a jet, right? So like 6 dudes essentially get into fighter jets, fly into Mexico somehow. Like, again, like, no one else on the base notices that 3 fighter jets, like, there's no one like operating the fucking radar, like the radar dish isn't.
Yeah, let's take these F-18s. It's no big deal.
Yeah, so 3 F-18s, they just fucking steal them, fly into Mexico, and then just bomb the shit out of the cartel's fucking place, right?
Yeah, no biggie. It happens every day.
Yeah, the fucking.
I mean, this is an incident that might start a war. I mean, but like, maybe the people just didn't give a fuck. They didn't want to start. Like, what are you going to do? I'm going to bomb the cartel. All right, I'm going to look the other way. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, they don't even say that. They're just like, we're going for a joyride. And they're like, oh, okay. And no one gets alerted. So these 3 guys just fucking bomb, like, the cartel's villa, kills everyone there. Just,
so I'm gonna be an autistic spurg here for a minute. I'm gonna be like Liam Autism. For a starter, jet fuel's expensive as a motherfucker. Second, these planes were already preloaded. They don't just sit there unless they're like war-ready vehicles, and they're gonna let them joyride war-ready vehicles. Like, they normally have to equip them with armaments and weapons and stuff before they send them out. They don't just sit there with ready to go. That's not how it works. Unless you're like on an aircraft.
Not in the Riververse. So yeah, they joyride these 3 fucking planes, kill everyone at the fucking compound, blow it up. But luckily for the cartels, one of the cartel's leader had a brother that was in jail. So he puts a hit out on the fucking governor of Texas, and the governor of Texas is assassinated, right? So the lieutenant governor takes charge. So the governor was a white dude. He gets killed. The black lieutenant governor is now in charge. And immediately he declares Texas to be free. And he just tells the rest of the United States to fuck off, basically. And they're like, you can't do that. And he's like, yeah, I can. You can't stop me. And they're like, but like, we're the United States. We can definitely go in there and stop you. He's like, no, I don't think you can. And it hangs up on the U.S. So the Joint Chiefs of Staff are like, what are we going to do? And they're like, well, we could like drop a bomb on them. It's like, the president's like, no, but if we drop a bomb on Texas, like, all the infrastructure will be damaged, so we can't do that. So they essentially just let Texas do whatever the fuck they want as they're trying to figure out how to stop Texas from seceding from the vestige of the nation.
Oh, God. Okay.
But you think that's good. Here's the best part. They called Ryan Solari to the Pentagon, okay?
Well, as you would.
As you would. And they go, Brian, we need you to lead a fucking team to go into Texas and fucking straighten this shit out, right? We need you to fucking go in there like Rambo. We're going to put a team together for you. We're going to drop you behind enemy lines. You're going to take out fucking their governor. You're going to, get it. You're going to straighten everything out. And Brian goes, you want me to invade Texas? And they go, no, dumbass, it's the U.S. Like those guys are clearly, trying to secede.
Secessionists.
Yeah, we can't let these they're basically now domestic terrorists at this point, right? Like, and Brian's like, "How about this? I quit." And they're like, "You can't quit. We're gonna bust you down to like a fucking private." And he's like, "How about I bust myself down to fucking civilian?" And I'm like,
"Oh,
you called this guy into your office. You called him into the Pentagon, right? Because he's like super soldier man, right? He's fucking Rambo, and he's going." Fuck you, I'm not going to invade Texas. And he's walking out, and no one goes, well, arrest that man.
Yeah.
They just let him leave.
Arrest John
Super Rambo man fucking leave. Just go. Because remember, we're in a war now. We're in a war between the U.S., what's left of the U.S., and Texas.
Because that's desertion, right?
Yeah.
He's just desertion.
And he just goes, I'm leaving. And they go, so a brilliant military guy is leaving, and he's from Texas, right? He's Texas born. And they don't go, like, we were fucking locking up Japanese people in World War II just in case, right? And Texas invasion people, they're just like, it'll be fine. I'm sure Brian's not going to do anything stupid, guys. So, so he decides that he's not going to fucking participate in this. Meanwhile, the cartels are like, hey, we're losing money because like that new governor has basically closed the border, fucking stopped everything, right? So they call in Zeno, right? Not Zeno from the chat, but Zeno who can just basically made of like mud or whatever, like the weird
Clayface guy.
Yeah, the Clayface guy. He shows up, gets shots. Clayface is a soldier, and then like steals the soldier's face. And that's like the extent of like him showing up. Then the U.S. guys are just like, what are we going to do? And they're like, what about Operation Resolute Fist? And they're like, yeah, that's a good idea. And that just turns out to be a bunch of super soldiers. Apparently they had a bunch of super soldiers. Okay?
Besides Solari.
No, Solari's not a super soldier at this point. He's just like a Rambo. Right?
Oh.
He's just super good. Like apparently he was like again, they wanted him to lead their like unit to go into Texas to like, so he's just like super Rambo man, but he's not a superhuman, right? They have a group of superhumans. Somehow they captured this group of superhumans, okay? And they're in a facility. They're in a holding facility. And I go, if the United States government was able to capture these superhumans, how deadly could they be? First off, right?
True.
And secondly, we already had a bunch of secessions from the U.S. Like, why didn't you train those super soldiers back then? Right? Like when these other nations broke away from the U.S. Like, why did you never do soldiers then?
They're getting around to it. Took the time to round them up,
Yeah.
Get
And
all
then
their
the book just ends.
paperwork processed and such.
Then that's the end of the book.
Wow. Thrilling.
What?
Wow.
It's just the end of the book. Well, you're all going to get to show off your party tricks in less than a week. And my job is to turn you from a mob of super creeps into a unit of super creeps.
Oh, boy.
To be continued.
Thunderbolts.
So, again, this whole thing was just exposition and building up to basically this is how the worst. And you could have literally just had a fucking TV go, and now the U.S. is invading Texas. This all stems from the incident of July 3rd when the Texas Border Patrol were ambushed by the cartels. The Mexican government refused to do anything about it, so the Texas National Army decided to do something for them. Boom. one little fucking TV monitor with the little fucking news lady talking. Handled it. One panel. That's all you needed. This whole book could have fit in one fucking panel.
Are you saying a paragraph?
No, not even a paragraph. 3 sentences. The 3 sentences I just said, those are the 3 sentences that all she had to say.
Then dude switches off the fucking monitor. You grizzled Punisher style war veteran guy, and he's like, it's been fighting for 3 weeks now, and blah blah blah. You carry it with him from there. So
yes, there's no real main character. That's the other problem. There isn't a singular character in the Great War of Separation #1 that you're following, right?
Huh.
Like if you were following Brian Solari the whole time, right?
Yeah,
as he's reacting to the different events, as he's going through.
Yeah. So it's not okay. That's
so yeah. So it's just jumps from like, here's these characters doing stuff. Here's these characters. There's no like, this is what's important, right? Now there's an earlier shot in the book where they call this guy a general, right? They're like, General, have you heard? He's like, oh, come in, Bevins. And they never say that it's Brian. And I guess you're supposed to recognize him later on in the book when he shows up. And they're like, hey, Mr. Solari, General Solari, we need you, right? Like, but the dudes are far enough apart. Like the look isn't consistent that you wouldn't recognize them. What's up, Ray? I said, what's up, Ray? You're in the middle of the show.
Oh, what you talking about?
Right now, I'm talking about the Great War of Separation #1 and why Eric July's Rippaverse comic was not good.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it is. Leave a 1 in the chat if you care about Mexico, says Samagogo.
Wait, who's on the panel?
Me, George, Antoy, Liam, and TJ.
Which TJ?
My TJ.
Oh, okay.
I'm Gojo.
He's Gojo.
I don't think who we can get rid of. We can get rid of George.
Why you want
What the hell, man?
We always get rid of George.
No, we don't. We have never gotten rid of George.
You're not doing it right then. What kind of content creator are you in Comicsgate where you let George stay on the panel the entire show?
I like George.
Never mind. George, he doesn't get it. He's not in on it. Never mind. Forget it.
George is my friend.
Damn it.
George is also my friend, but I will happily kick him off my stream. George knows exactly what he did. So anyway, what else are you talking about?
We reviewed Blood Honey and we reviewed another comic.
Oh, you were actually reviewing comics?
yeah, we do that.
Every Sunday we talk about comics. That's what we do.
It's our comic day.
Oh, that's fun.
We've been here for 2 hours just talking
I
comics.
apologize to you, Tony, in advance.
Huh?
I apologize in advance.
No problem. George is the great Getsis. George just left. Look at what you did. You made George leave.
Great guesses.
He'll be back.
According to
He says justice for me.
Not him leaving.
you made him rage quit.
Oh, good. He'll be back. George, come on back. Well, did I tell you again? I'm sorry in advance.
What'd you do?
I did a thing.
What did you do? Oh my god.
Okay, in fairness, I was just trying to understand what a word was because I never heard it before. So I asked AI, and Grok kind of exposed you on Twitter.
Oh.
So I'm sorry.
No, it didn't.
No, I did. It totally exposed you on Twitter.
How did it expose me on Twitter? What the hell are you talking about?
Check your DM. I sent it to you, and I said, "Oh no."
You didn't send me
Oh,
a DM.
no.
There's no DM from you.
You do have a DM on Twitter.
Oh, you put it in the group.
Yeah.
This girl's
Yeah.
run out comic book talk.
No. See, Saggy, I said I didn't use the word pedo, and I didn't use the word pedo. Correct?
Listen, I'm just saying.
I am
Grok
technically correct.
said, Grok said. yes,
No,
technically,
those are two different words. Those are similes.
AI said you were wrong.
No, it didn't. Those are similes. Pedo and chomo are similes. There wouldn't be two. This is what I tell my kid all the time. There wouldn't be
I'd
two
much
words if
prefer
they were the
talking
same thing.
about Rippaverse now.
Listen, Rock said technicalities don't mean shit.
No, technicality does. I am correct.
We're getting lost in the weeds.
Correct.
Weeds.
Chomo is shorthand for child molester.
The AI is smarter than you.
No.
How dare you? AI is smarter than you.
No, it's not. Actually, AI is not smart at all. I can get AI to tell me anything I
AI
want.
is dumb as shit. AI
Rippaverse
says that
is
I'm
way better than all of this.
Yeah, AI doesn't even recognize me as a comic book creator. Like when you ask, like it doesn't even have record of that. Like AI is dumb as shit.
It depends on what AI you're asking, Liam. Some AIs won't recognize you. Sorry.
Either way, the point is, you're wrong.
I mean, I'm not wrong. AI said it, not me.
Mindy says, and you're right, the P word is not the CH word.
Well, then you know what?
Take it off with her.
Grocky Elon Musk said you are wrong.
No, I'm not. Seggy. Did I call him a pedo? No, I called him a chomo.
Oh, Tony. You see how Tony's taking this super serious?
I am, because it is super serious.
I thought that like chomo was like a slur against Mexican people.
It's like if I said I didn't call you the N-word, I called you a different slur. And you're like, well, it's the same thing. I'm like, sure, they mean similar things, but it's not the same slur. I called you a different slur.
A slur is still a slur no matter how much you use it.
The point was, I'm doing a cynic. He said, you called me this. I go, I didn't call you that. I didn't.
It's not, I can't joke with you because you go too deep into everything. Listen, if you called me the N-word and then you called me a porch monkey and you called me a spirit chucker, guess what? All of those words are still makes you a racist, does it not?
Yeah, but if you go, hey, you called me the N-word, I go, no, I didn't. I just called you a fucking porch monkey.
We're bringing it back.
You'd be like, well, it's the same thing. I'm like, no, it's not. If it was the same thing, we wouldn't have two different words for it.
I hate every single one of you all, and I feel like the pandemic is hurting.
Otto is very mad that you hate him.
I still love Ray.
What
Okay.
You can't hate me, Ray.
You just said I hate all of you, and he says, oh, I still love you, Ray.
Yeah.
Okay, I hate all of you except for Liam,
Thank you.
Autoy, who else on the panel? TJ, and Jordan, even though he left. So I hate everybody but those people.
Ray, can you tell me that I'm tall and I have a full head of hair, please?
Wait, what? I gotta tell him. Say what? I
In perfect
Tells that
vision.
he's tall and he has a full head of hair.
I mean, he is tall and he does have a full head of hair. I don't know
Oh, thank
Liam?
you.
why.
Yeah, that made my
He
day.
doesn't need glasses.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't need glasses. Say I don't need glasses.
He doesn't have dwarfism and he has a neck.
Am I missing something? Did somebody
Straight Bean says, why are we talking about this? I agree, Straight
I
Bean.
know,
We're talking
I
about this
agree.
because
We really.
Maggie comes in like a bull in a china shop and just interrupts everything.
You don't
What a
have
crazy
to answer
situation.
the
I'd
phone.
rather.
Yes,
be
I
talking
do.
about
I have
Rippaverse
to answer
now.
the phone. You were supposed to call me yesterday. You didn't. I was actually worried and going to call you today, but then you called me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Your show's boring anyways unless I call.
Well, I mean, we had 55 people watching. Now there's only 45, so.
Yeah, you made 10 people leave
it
and
is
talk about
only
comics.
25 old people had to go to bed because it's a Sunday night.
She ain't
If
wrong.
you got,
Hey,
Right,
let's
right, if you got-
but he's working his way up to that. He talked to shit.
right,
Maybe he's got doxed already. What are you talking about?
I didn't say docs. I said blocked.
right. If you got electrical superpowers, what would your superhero name be?
Wait, electrical superpowers?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got electrical superpowers. What would you call yourself?
Oh, electrical superpowers. What would my name be? Shit.
Yeah, it's hard, eh?
It would be it'd be two. It'd be a long one. It'd be two in the pink and one in the stink. Get it?
The
Get it?
Shocker?
Shocker.
Get it? Yeah.
Too bad that's already a Marvel character, and he doesn't have electric powers.
he's just superhero who just sexually assaults people. It's crazy.
Holy shit.
Anyway, we're going to be talking about Supergirl. It's a super dud. It only made $68 million global opening.
Damn.
Did it?
It made less money than He-Man.
Yeah, Yeah.
Oh, that's
It made
wow.
less than Morbius opening weekend, supposedly.
Okay, bye everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Well, that makes me happy because I was sad that He-Man was the lowest ranking.
And at least He-Man is getting a sequel, so
Maybe
they're
this is
soldiering
the-
on.
Maybe this is the death. Maybe this is more of the product of like the death of like Hollywood. You know what I mean? Now that everything's going to streaming, cinema's shrinking down. I mean, have we had any other big, huge blockbuster movies in recent times or not?
The only $1 billion ones recently are kids movies like Super Mario Brothers and stuff.
Yeah.
Those still bring in the big bucks, but it's a family movie. It's going to do that. Yeah.
So before we get to the Supergirl thing, someone asked how many Great Wars of Separation books are there. Right now, currently, there's 4. I think Eric said that there's 5 in total. Right?
And they're all going to be like that. Just narration boxes.
Well, I hope that the second one actually gets us to the war. Like, it's the same problem with Cyberfrog, right? Like, you're built up to this event, and then there's never a payoff. Like, you never get... It's called the Great War of Separation, not the Great War of Separation prologue, or, like, before the Great War, right? It's like, you're supposed to be... Just drop me into the war, and then fill it in as it's going, right? Like, man, Eric's like, for someone who goes, I'm not going to hold your hand, like, this feels like it is completely hand-holding.
Hey, from Tony, if you could have the choice between superhuman strength, the ability to lift 10 tons, or all of the powers of Supergirl, but you had to turn into a woman also to get to use them, what would you pick?
So you said just superhuman strength.
Superhuman strength for 10 tons, or all of the powers of Supergirl, like a Kryptonian, full Kryptonian powers, but you have to turn into a woman.
Do I remain a woman when I'm not Supergirl? Like,
yeah, you can turn back.
Is it like Shazam?
Yeah, is it like Shazam? Where I go like
nuts.
Shazam, I go ISIS, and then I become like ISIS.
Yeah.
Huh. You know what? I would take that one, and here's why. Because if I turned into, like, if I did the, like, Shazam, and I turned into a woman, I could, like, become a supervillain, and then no one would suspect me because I'm a dude, right?
Hey, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's.
Whereas, like the whole idea of, like, Clark Kent, Superman, like, that wouldn't fool anyone in the real world, right? But, like, if I'm, like, a totally different person, like, oh, he went from a 6-foot Mexican to a 5'11" blonde chick. You're like, oh, that's clearly not the same person, right?
Right.
Yeah, no, it's a good point.
Either way, you want to be a woman.
I don't want to.
Cyber 6 already did that.
But if we're talking about all the powers of Supergirl, right?
Right.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. See, if it's like Shazam, then you could use it as an alter ego. Yeah. A man turning into a woman while living as a man for decades.
That would drive people nuts.
So yeah. Anyway, Supergirl bombing at the box office, guys. Has anyone here seen Supergirl yet?
No, but I would really love to.
I have also not seen it. I didn't think it looked good, so I'm not shocked that it is doing bad. Because again, I looked at the fucking trailers and I was like, "This is just dog shit."
Without spoiling much, it should have had more. Like Superman spoiled us. The first movie spoiled us with so much world building, so much promises, so much things from other parts of DC, all packed into one movie. And then this movie, it just has Lobo, nothing else. Bye. And then just like a Lobo comic book, every place is dive bars and bikers.
Yeah,
Every single place is just dive bars and bikers, only because Lobo is in this damn movie.
I heard that it's a pretty faithful adaptation of another comic. Like, Beckloff was telling me that it's like pretty much a straight adaptation. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll show you the exact graphic novel it is, apparently.
From mine, I know what graphic novel Liam's talking about, and I heard a YouTuber that I watched talk about it, and it is not a good adaptation of that comic at all.
Right. Yeah, I heard the
Yeah.
writing is what really brings this down.
The original comic book is way more colorful. It's way more creative. They go to different places, not just Mad Max.
It was Tom King comic, wasn't it? Yeah.
And not just that, like the bad guy Krem in the comic, he's just a normal looking dude, and the idea is like he's just a guy, right? Like you can't kill him; he's just a guy. Like he did bad things.
John
like,
Carter of Mars.
Yeah, but I'm saying like killing him is just like killing another human. So like you're gonna like ruin your soul to kill this guy, right? To get revenge. Whereas in the movie, like this is a weird looking alien. Like he's a fucking Hellraiser. Like no one would be mad at you for killing Hellraiser.
Yeah. He's like evil Lobo in the movie. Like, of course you want to beat that guy. What do you mean? While the original character is basically John Carter of Mars.
Yeah. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a super box office flop. In a crushing blow to DC Studios for its second theatrical release, Supergirl is landing below expectations with a projected $38 million opening weekend. I heard that it was so bad that theaters were not showing the movie because they didn't sell any tickets.
Wow.
I've heard reports out of places like India. Because I guess, from my understanding, if they play the film, they have to pay the studio X amount of money, right? For every showing.
Right.
So if they didn't sell any tickets, like even if it's just one guy showing up, like that $10 ticket does not cover the cost of them playing the movie. So them just canceling this, and here's your $10 back, cancel the fucking screening, is cheaper for the theater. So, Supergirl really should have never gotten her own movie, to be honest. I think she could have, but I don't think this storyline and everything.
This early? No.
Even this early, you could have.
It should have been a vehicle to, like, add more stuff in the DC.
I didn't mind the new Superman movie. I thought it was pretty good. But I didn't like Supergirl in it because I don't like seeing this sort of strung out girl who's like a strung out party girl with the powers of a god. Like, I just was like, To
be fair, she does become actual Supergirl at the end of the movie, which is kind of retarded.
That's right.
Okay.
That's what I was
like,
hoping.
at least,
you know what I mean? But
at least we get that.
It's based on big questions will now be asked where it all went wrong for the Woman of Tomorrow. Some might blame the negative reviews from critics, but at 56%, this isn't another Fantastic Four or Morbius. Supergirl is, however, comparable to the latter as it's opened lower than the Living Vampires 2022 movie, which had a $39 million start. Man, it opened lower than fucking Morbius. Yeah. Also, how is Fantastic Four at 9% on Rotten Tomatoes? Is it really that low?
It's the fatigue. The fatigue is kicking in.
Dude, I know. They've been making
but
comic
we're talking
since
critics
2008
right?
consistently for Marvel.
Oh,
it's a long time.
I'm looking right now at Fantastic because I can't believe Fantastic Four has an 86% on the tomato meter and it's a 90 on the audience score. What the hell is this article talking about?
Did it make the money though?
No, I don't think it made a bunch of money.
That's the problem. Yeah, you see,
but he's not talking about that. I'm specifically going where he says Fantastic Four 9%. He goes negative reviews from the critics, but at 56%, this isn't another Fantastic Four 9%.
It should be 90% then.
I think this is a typo.
Yeah.
No, because he's saying it's bad. He's saying that the Fantastic Four got bad reviews. So if it's a typo, then he wouldn't have put it in there. Because Morbius, I think, legitimately has 15%, right?
No.
Did Fantastic Four open with like a really low fucking scores and then the scores went up?
Maybe because people were crucifying that Fantastic Four movie. It was like
which Fantastic Four? Yeah, Randall.
Maybe that's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember the Fox one. Yeah, that one really.
Oh, the Fox one. Yeah, go check that one out.
He needs the 4 in the name. Fantastic Four stick. right?
Yeah, Fed
Not-
Force Stick. Yeah.
Yeah,
if it's four stick,
stick.
that makes more.
That's what
sense.
he's talking about. Yeah.
But it might not be. We might be jumping to conclusions. You want to have a
No,
quick
I think that lands.
That tracks. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause there's no way the recent one is fine. You know.
Yeah, I'm looking at 9% is the fan force stick.
There it is. Four stick. Yep.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I was like, there's no way that new one has that low. Welcome back, George.
Yeah, you want to talk Supergirl?
Yeah, why is it opening so low?
Spoilers.
The aesthetic
Yes?
didn't help.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't care.
She murders in the movie. It's not a perception of murder. You can't. There's no ambiguous thing where you think it's a murder. No, she actually flat out murders in the movie.
She did the Zack Snyder thing. That's crazy.
No, the Zack Snyder. No, the Zack Snyder thing is different. That killing happened because of a reason, and he had no
At
choice.
least that one had a reason. True.
Here,
the Zack Snyder thing. Hold on. The Zack Snyder thing, for as bad as it was a hostage situation. It was like kill or be killed.
Right.
From my understanding, Supergirl, they win. She says, "Hey, chick, don't murder that guy because like it's gonna kill your
Guys
soul."
passed
And,
out. Yep.
like it's cool, and then like she fucks off, and then Supergirl's like, "All right, now I'm gonna fucking murder you," and she just
because
murders the guy. Like it's
the
not
bad
like
guy-
self-defense.
the bad guy was thoroughly defeated. There was no quarter at all. She just flat out murdered him.
Cold blood.
Yeah, just as is. 2 stabs.
So
I can't. I was just like holy shit.
That was baffling. Yeah. The whole
and
point
again,
of the
I
movie
heard
is,
the adaptation was
revenge
pretty
kills
bad.
your soul.
They said the Robo
adaptation,
stuff.
there was no
wasn't great.
adaptation. They just took the concept.
Well, I mean, that's what an adaptation is, isn't it?
No, they took the concept. They didn't adapt anything.
They barely adopted.
They just said
They took
Supergirl
people's
from the
names
rocket
and stuff.
It was just a concept. It's nothing remotely similar to the comic book.
Comic book was way more colorful, and they go to different places. You know, like it could have been interesting if they actually adopted the damn thing, but they didn't.
Well,
It was literally Guardians of the Galaxy 3, literally.
Oh, not even. Like, okay, it has the same aesthetics and all, but even Guardians of the Galaxy was way more entertaining to watch.
Yeah, I know, but Rocket gets hurt. He's out for most of the movie. Comes back at the end.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yep,
Mm.
that's James
You
Gunn.
get more.
Yep.
You
she
get more.
murdered diddly herders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get more crypto in the Superman movie than you get in this movie.
I'm shocked.
They shoot crypto with a
I'm
poison
shocked to hear
gun.
that. I thought he was going to be the whole selling point of the film. I'm shocked to hear that.
Well,
Barely. in the
you'll
movie.
be
That's even
glad
worse.
to know that Supergirl definitely wears her iconic trench coat through the whole movie. I know that's what when we go to see a superhero movie, we want to make sure that Supergirl's in her trench coat the entire time. So
Remember the 90s comic books when everybody was wearing trench coats? Those were fun times.
But
No,
no,
now we
even
just-
like the most
Marvel was
basic
wearing a
thing,
trench coat.
like the most basic thing, having her be in her superhero costume for the whole movie.
See, here's the
No.
thing. Like, this is why the normies did not watch this. They looked at this and said, this doesn't look good at all. I'm watching something else.
There's a way to fix this. you know.
Well, what you can take away from this is that James Gunn was the catalyst that destroyed, Marvel Phase 4, and now that you see what he's done to the DC universe, it's a confirmation that the guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah, when he said that the Flash was
Overpromised.
one of the best superhero movies ever, he wasn't just trying to promote the last DC thing before he took over. No, I think he legitimately thinks it was a good movie, and he made this just as bad as that one.
Oh, wow, that's sad.
Hey, George, if you could have immortality and superhuman strength and durability, but you had to be a cold, unthinking machine incapable of human emotion. Now, you were previously human, but now you have lost human emotion and you have a super robot body and you're immortal, would you do it, or would you stay as?
You lost me. You got too much setup for me to even think about how to answer that.
Yes, Liam. As someone who's autistic and already doesn't have emotions, it's just a lateral move for me.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask George. I knew your answer already.
Sketchbook says, "Wait, James Gunn destroyed Phase 4? How, George? The blue
Phase
hair.
4 was,
Every
that's what
director,
I'm talking about.
every director, every writer was recommended by James Gunn.
I'll have to check, but it does seem.
Tony's got it. Yeah.
All right, real quick, before we go, I wanted to talk about the Dark Avengers team appears to be forming in the MCU, and a 7th potential member has just been revealed. I hope they don't do this Dark Avengers shit.
What the fuck is that green thing? What is that?
You don't know what that is?
That's
This is
Hulk's
a
kid.
joke.
Liam, you didn't see the She-Hulk show? That's Scar.
A Scar.
That's the Hulk's son.
The Hulk's son, Scar.
Fuck this.
Liam Gray, everybody. Yeah, I don't think he's a good candidate, but they're talking about Elektra. I don't know. I don't think Elektra would be good in sort of a Dark Avengers. Luke Cage, he was working in Daredevil. They said he was working with that guy, but apparently he stopped working with him at the end. So that would make no sense that Luke Cage would be in a Dark Avengers. I almost feel like the new Avengers. I know I said that they're probably going to be like the West Coast Avengers after, but I could see them turning into the Dark Avengers. I mean, they sort of like the Dark Avengers was almost basically what they did before Thunderbolts, before they became the Thunderbolts, right?
Yeah.
Bullseye is in the comics as a Dark Avenger. He'd work. I think that that guy did a good job.
Especially now, he's supposed to be trying to be clean. Could work.
Yeah, Scorpion. I don't know. I don't know if Michael Mondo. I don't know if he's the right for that. From what I've seen in the trailer of Spider-Man, it feels like he's going to be a one-off villain. Unless he becomes Venom by the end of the movie, I think he's done. Right? Scar. Why would Scar be a Dark Avenger? That makes no sense. I just want them to forget that he exists. I want the Hulk to be like, we sent him back to the planet. Like, hey, where's your son? Oh, he went back home. He's fucking gone.
He poochied.
Yeah.
No, it turns out it wasn't my kid.
Yeah,
That's
there
a
you
different green guy.
He wasn't mine,
You know,
bastard.
do a time skip, make him be the angry barbarian Scar. We pretend that this never happened here.
Oh, look, he came to Earth and his lifespan has quadrupled. Oh, he's dead now.
Yeah.
Here, you know what? This actually brings a good question because you said he's not his son, right? So, if the Professor Hulk knocks up a chick and then he stops turning into the Professor Hulk, does the regular Hulk have to raise him?
Oh.
Like, could you imagine, like, Joe Fixit's, like, in there, and they're like, this is your son, Bruce. And he's like, why is he gray? And then, like, Joe Fixit's like, I'm not coming out. Like, Joe, you better get out here. Like, take responsibility. Like, no, fuck you. You can't transform into me no more. Because
This kid would be messed up. Like, he has no father.
Well, fuck it. Joe Fix is not really a stand-up guy. he's the teenage rude part of fucking the Hulk.
There is an angle. You could make this guy into an emo and then become a savage barbarian like the comic book. And then there. Easy.
Question, what's Clark Kent's middle name? James Gunn couldn't answer that. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I have no fucking clue. Artoy, you're the DC guy. What's Clark Kent's middle name?
I'm trying to. Jonathan.
I'm going to have to look this up. Oh, I know.
I honestly don't know. What is it?
Clark Joseph Kent.
Joseph. Okay.
Maybe they should try hiring competent writers that actually love the source material.
If only, right?
I ain't paying no child support. That's one of my other personalities, kids.
How is
So-
it that we have like Hawaiian shirt Hulk? Like,
He's from an alien planet. So Bruce Banner is a schizo. No, he's not a schizo. So Bruce Banner has DID, dissociative identity disorder. At least he doesn't even have I can't even say dissociative identity disorder anymore because he doesn't disassociate. He's fully aware of everything that goes on when he's not himself. Actual dissociative identity disorder is like you become somebody and then you no longer are able to you wake up for you it's like a blackout, but another identity was doing it.
I kind of
Rafgar for 2 says, I'm out with CG, but I'm still a Tucci trooper. Well, that's a thing that everyone has to decide on their own. But there's always room for you here. We're still CG. We're still going to be rocking the morals and the ideals of CG, right? And
Wait, screw everyone and buy my book.
Would have been funny if it wasn't so sad.
I've always liked the idea that Benner's in parentheses superpower is the ability to create something within himself to solve any problem that comes his way. And so that's what all these personalities are, and just the Gamma allows that to come forward. So it's the Joe Fixits, all these other guys. And that's why there's all these different Hulks, because it's just his coat. It's super cope. You know what I mean?
What morals and ideals? To create art without corporate oversight, without mandates, without SJWs telling you that you can't make that you can't say that you can't do that you can't write that, without people telling you that you have to be a certain race, a certain creed, a certain color, a certain sexuality to write a character of that. I can make characters that way. I actually looked at my characters, right? This is weird, but I looked at the characters that I created for the Fabulous Frogman and stuff, and I went, man, it is startling lack of Latino characters. Almost none. It's the weirdest thing.
1 minute, I got to immortalize Oni's post here. This is Scar, son of Shrek, right? That's what we have here.
Pretty much. Son of Shrek. It's like Shrek's son.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't see him being part of the Dark Avengers though. Not this version.
No.
There's no way. Yeah.
I will say one of the problems with the MCU is the idea that all the villains die. They come out oh, here's fucking Obadiah Stane dead. Oh, here's the Red Skull dead. Oh, here's fucking what the hell's the Black Panther's villain? Killmonger dead.
Killmonger. Oh, they just killed them all. That's the problem. They can't do anything with them.
Yeah, I mean, for whatever reason, they always in that first phase, they were just killing off all the bad guys.
Have they got Hate Monger in the Marvel universe yet? Have we got Hate Monger? Or are they too scared to touch that?
Oh,
I think they're too scared to put that in the
100%
MCU.
They're too scared. They should have done something.
He should be the major villain of the next wave after Doom. Just go fucking full it's Hitler. Fucking let's go.
You know what?
They got the Purple Man, for God's sake. They could.
Well, they had the Purple Man in the Jessica Jones show. So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
but he died. They killed him. They snapped his neck.
Yeah, Purple Man should team up with Hate Monger. That's what should happen for the next wave.
No.
Go edgy.
You couldn't do it. You couldn't do
Marvel
it.
Edge. We want the Marvel Edge universe.
You can't do Hate Monger because the SJWs would be upset that he's a Nazi, and then the anti-SJWs would be upset because they go, clearly that guy that's Hitler is actually supposed to be Trump, right? And that's why this is woke.
Oh God, yeah.
You just have him kill Trump. You have him kill the president of the United States.
Oh, you have him kill Trump, Liam.
Yeah.
Look!
Oh, now the FBI is coming.
Now it's not.
It's the Marvel Edge.
The FBI is coming after us.
It's the Marvel Edge universe. You know what I mean? It's the edgy Marvel universe.
They tried doing it. Remember when they made the Marvel Knights movies?
Yeah.
Like the second Ghost Rider movie was supposed to be that, but then they made it PG-13 anyway. That was
The Rat Hulk. I don't think Harrison Ford is coming out in any more movies. I think he was confused
No.
how he was even in that movie to begin with.
Something about some displaced ocean or something. You don't know.
Punisher being part of fucking Dark Avengers makes no sense. Again, Punisher's a hero. He's not a villain.
hero,
Dark
yeah,
Avengers
he's
are
too
supposed to
good
be
for
villains who are posing as the Avengers.
Oh, and I'm gonna fight with you there. He was introduced in Daredevil as a villain. You know what I mean? So
antagonist, but not villain. Like he's like, despite his the way he fixes.
Wait. First off, what did you say, Liam, about the Punisher?
he was introduced in Daredevil as a villain initially, wasn't it? Or was it
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
I
Yeah.
was gonna say because I have that issue.
Oh wow, that's cool.
It's number 129. So yeah, again, like TJ said, he was not a villain; he was an antagonist. Because remember, at that time, Spider-Man was still seen as a public menace, and so it was really easy to trick the Punisher. The Jackal was like, "Hey, you see that Spider-Man guy? He's a bad guy. Why don't you go kill him?" Right?
Yeah.
So a lot of Spider-Man's early run-ins with other heroes were like, "You're bad because J. Jonah Jameson's telling us you're bad," and then Spider-Man would be like, "No, look, I'm really a good guy." And they'd be like, "Oh, you really are a good guy. My bad."
Yeah.
J. Jonah Jameson was a menace. Like, he made villains himself. He introduced villains.
He paid paid people to create villains and shit.
Yes, he did.
The media creating villains? I don't know. Well, that would have to be.
Oh, where have I seen that before?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know about the media. I just know a media mogul paid a scientist to create spider slayers. It was like, because he hated Spider-Man so much that he paid scientists to create guys to go kill Spider-Man. Somehow he got away with it too. He was putting out a hit on Spider-Man, and like they never arrested J. Jonah Jameson for it.
Spider-Man, we don't even know he's not a robot under that mask. We don't know who he is. You don't know he's a person.
That's a good legal like excuse, huh? Like, I thought he was a robot. It was clearly not murder.
Yeah, I thought he was a robot from World War II. There you go. Prove me wrong. I thought he was an alien. I think he's an alien from another dimension.
Speaking of aliens from another dimension, check out Charlie Cox's new. I don't know, that was a really bad transition, but hey, check out the new Daredevil costume.
Yeah, this looks all right, doesn't it? I don't know how it's going to film.
I think it looks good. I like the black and red. Big
they
red.
Should make dark scenes and then make the red like bright, and then it will mirror the way, he looked in the
I would have liked if they were going to do this to throw like the metal on the arms and shit and go full 90s fucking black Daredevil costume. Would have been nice. But I guess that's 90s tackiness. It looks good. Black and red. You can never go wrong with black and red.
They should just go all out and give him the original costume, the bright yellow.
Yellow? Hell yeah.
Yes.
That's
just for the joke of the fact the guy's blind, it's great,
Like who designed, like, realistically, like, did they ever tell you how he came up with that costume?
It's not the next issue I'm going to read, but the one after it. So I'll know probably by next week. I can tell you.
Didn't it originally come from his dad's boxing?
I think so, I believe.
It was robe, like the satin robes that the boxers wear out to the ring.
No, but I thought that was a red costume. Oh, that was the battling Jack Murdoch.
I don't know, because I've only read the Brand New Day and recently, and I read Daredevil Yellow back in the day. So I'm probably thinking of Daredevil Yellow.
Okay, I got the comic right here. Let's see what it says. It says, I'll see to it that Matt Murdock never does resort to force, but somebody else will. Somebody totally different from Matt Murdock. And all I need are some old shirts, which I can stitch together. I'm no Betsy Ross, but I should be able to handle this. Lucky my touch is so sensitive. I can even blend the colors for each colored fabric has a different feel to me. So he made the costume. He made it.
All right.
This was his decision.
Yeah, he felt it. I don't know. He felt different colors. I don't know if he actually knew it was yellow. He just knew that like
He
this.
doesn't
was
know.
different than
He's
this.
like, this feels good. This feels like a
Yep,
good.
yellow feels good for him.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is like he might not have known it was yellow. He might have been
Yeah.
like, this is one color and this is
Yeah.
another. So like,
Yeah.
but he didn't know that this was yellow and this was like red. He was just like, oh, they're just different colors from each other.
That's funnier. Yeah, I think it's funnier that he doesn't know. You know,
It would have been interesting if he actually does that in the movie. Or, I
He
mean,
says,
you know, in the
there,
series.
whenever I don this costume, I'll no longer be Matt Murdock, but I'll need a new name. What if the kids in the old neighborhood could see me now? The kids who taunted me called me Daredevil. Wait, that's it. Daredevil. They called me, but they meant it as an insult. Well, that's who I'll be. The name is perfect. The costume is tight enough to wear under my clothes if need be. I'll just make a few finishing touches on the headpiece. When I'm through, Daredevil will be recognized anywhere. So yeah,
this is so relatable, man. This is like when I was thinking of my superhero origin. I was thinking about all the kids would taunt me, calling me Chad Ass Kicker, and I thought, I'll take that insult and I'll be Chad Ass Kicker. You know?
yeah. Those kids were not very good with their insults.
Not very creative. Yeah.
We'll get you, Chad Ass Kicker, for stealing all our women. Simpler times. Yeah. It's one of the comics I had as a kid that I don't have now. The Punisher kills a bunch of evil. So yeah, that yellow costume, I think would look really silly. And that's why we need to have it out there.
Yeah, you know, there are worse things. Surely he can get stuck somewhere without a fucking costume and then have to make one out of shirts. Give us one episode. You know, that's what he says he's doing. He's making out of old shirts.
Well, didn't he have the yellow on in She-Hulk? At least like part yellow.
Yeah.
It was more goldish.
Gold,
Man,
yeah.
She-Hulk, I avoided it when I saw the twerking clips, and I memory hold the whole thing as if it never existed when I saw that on Twitter.
You didn't like She-Hulk twerking?
No, I thought it was fucking cringe as shit, and I just didn't
Big
even
muscle mommy just twerking her big O, making it clap.
Didn't do it for me.
I mean, when she makes it clap, like because her skin is so hard, it's like, you know, the Hulk thunder claps, like she does it with her ass cheeks.
Oh,
Are you
no.
are you making jokes, or is that really what it fucking is?
I'm making jokes.
See, I don't even know if you're making fucking jokes because I just don't know what to expect from it anymore.
But that would be funny though. She's like, "Hold on, I got this." And like, "What are you doing? Why is this She-Hulk twerking?" And then suddenly, just like you see like sound waves coming out of her ass.
Blows out all the fucking car windows and people swerve into a wall. You know, like a bunch of bank robbers crash. Oh god!
All right, we've been here for almost 3 hours. Damn. When I get to talking about comics, when I start reviewing them, I just really go, just fucking let it rip. But I'm gonna do full reviews with like pages and everything. I'll have some videos up probably by next Sunday, and it's gonna take me a while. I gotta scan them in, get the pages, do the fucking audio, make sure it's all set, make sure that the fucking audio is good. That's my biggest problem is like fucking recording the audio. For whatever reason, when I record on OBS, the audio is really fucking bad. So. Great show tonight. Who would have thought a comic book group that actually talks about comic book stuff? I know, it's fucking crazy.
Hey,
I would talk about comic book stuff every fucking day.
From Tony, you've got the ability to teleport at will anywhere you can see within 30 feet, but you have to be a perfectly sized, scaled version of yourself at only 3 feet high.
So I'm only 3 foot tall.
You're the same proportions you are now, but you're 3 feet tall, but you gain teleportation within line of sight up to 30 feet.
No, because if I'm keeping the same proportions, then my penis shrinks. So no.
Yeah, that's part of the deal, man. That's the choice.
And I can only teleport 30 feet.
Within line of sight, yeah. But you can teleport through glass, so you can see into a building. You can teleport it.
But only so what if I put a camera inside a room? Would I be able to teleport into the room?
If it was within 30 feet, yes.
As long as I could see it like on a monitor or something, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you bring drones with you. See, that's how it works. Or
that'd
mini
be
cameras. I think you just toss them everywhere.
Yeah, under 3 foot, yuck. No, thank you. you could be Superman, but you're only 5'9". You're like, fuck, no, never.
At that point, you'd become a supervillain because you'd be mad at the world. Like the guy in my profile picture. You'd be mad at God and justify every vile thing you do.
Teleporting's not really a great power, though.
Yeah, you could choose to be a normal frog, Tony. Just a normal guy. That could be your choice. Normal size.
What good is teleporting? Like, honestly, what good is a teleportation power? Especially if it's only 30 feet.
So you're not a Nightcrawler fan?
No, but he has more than that. He has like the tail. He's got fucking super agility and stuff, right?
True.
And he teleports more than 30 feet. And he can teleport other people with him. And he goes into a limbo dimension. So it's not like teleporting. It's like he's actually going in a dimension, walking.
Yeah, there's way more going on with
it. Sidestepping, really.
And he is larger than 3 feet, too. He doesn't have the draw.
He can be a 3-foot Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
Little Nightcrawler.
A lot of Nightcrawler's problems is...
I'd be like Odd Job in in the fucking GoldenEye 64, right?
What about you guys in the chat? Let us know in the chat. Would you take the deal? Would you do it? So, yeah, what do you think, Frog Tony?
No, I don't think I'd take the deal just because, again, it's not a great power and I don't want to be tiny.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Now we know. That's half the battle, man.
What's with all these weird questions? Are you planning on giving us superpowers, Liam? Liam's like trying to figure out what powers I can
decide all the powers my heralds would have, but because I'm only a discount Galactus, I got to like cut corners and give disadvantages to give the powers, So I got to figure out what's going to work,
Lobo Vicious says jumper powers.
Yeah,
that movie's pretty good.
Yeah, that was quite.
That was a good movie.
If I could teleport anywhere that I could see, regardless of the distance, then the deal would be good. Because again, I could like look at TV and go, just fucking appear. Yeah.
That'd be powerful as fuck. Yeah, that'd be super, super strong ability.
I would like shoehorn hands. Shoehorn things. All right, everybody, take it easy. We'll be back tomorrow. We got a lot to cover. I don't know if it's going to be drama, but it's going to be fun drama. We're going to be doing some fun drama tomorrow. So we'll see you then. As always, love, peace, booty grease. We out this bitch.